You're listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD. And with me...
That music's going to stay with you. You know why? Can I explain to him why?
Hold on, after is Tony D. And Momba.
Big two.
You want a double take again?
Yeah. Big two. All right. One more time for Junkyard because he deserves this. So, it happened again.
We were only like 2 minutes.
It doesn't
in.
matter. It was like the best cold open.
We opened up and we had great conversations. And then Junkyard, who hasn't said anything for like 2 minutes, is like, I got bad news. I wasn't recording. Are we back live again?
Yes.
All right, we had technical difficulties. It's Junkyard's fault again.
That wasn't my fault.
Give him another one. Give him another one.
Give me my soundboard.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Get another one. There we go. That's very befitting for you as a producer.
Junkyard.
And we were having such a great conversation too. And I like.
Who great conversation? You guys were talking about cheese.
We were talking about cheese.
How was that enthralling?
I'll hit some of the high points of it. We're talking about how McDonald's workers don't deserve $15 an hour because they fuck up. How I took a bite of my cheeseburger once and there was a packaging sticker. Tony said it's because they send blocks of cheese frozen. They don't wrap them up. They just put a sticker on it.
This is cheese in air quotes.
Yeah, cheese in quotation. I was like, it's a suggestion. It's the idea of cheese.
And they're supposed to throw away the first slice of cheese.
Yeah.
But it has a label, but I guess that McDonald's didn't. They just threw it on the burger. And that's why it has that sticker.
So those are just bullet points.
And then I had a great story, but it doesn't matter.
It wasn't a great story. You got a fucking jelly packet instead of hot sauce for your breakfast burrito.
Yeah, and I'm pissed.
But that's not a great story.
It's a great story.
Did you at least try it?
I did. I still ate it.
Was it good?
It was not as good, but whatever. But I was very upset.
But you're a stickler about sauces.
I know.
And like any kind of sauce, like dressing, ketchup.
And you know,
hot sauce.
I should. It was my fault because I should have checked the bag when I left. I should have checked the bag. But you know what? I trusted her. She looked like
a trustworthy person.
She looked like a very trustworthy person, and she betrayed that trust. So because of that, I no longer support the fight for 15.
You know what sauce I've never used to eat it before, but I recently started enjoying it as ranch. It's very basic.
I don't like ranch.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, because my girlfriend, and I guess I was doing it too.
It's very basic of you.
We were doing the Atkins diet.
Does your girlfriend like ranch?
Yeah, she does.
She should, because she's
Caucasian.
She's of the Caucasian descent.
Yeah, like I'll get to that too. But we've been eating a lot of hot wings because we're doing the Atkins diet. You can't have any carbs, and hot wings were like. Well, I was getting hot wings. She was getting like just wings.
Not breaded ones, I'm assuming.
Not
right?
the breaded one. We were going to Wingstop a lot because they don't bread that shit.
They don't bread.
Oh, the grilled one?
Neither does B-dubs.
Yeah, they don't either.
Wings. They don't bread it either.
And
only Hooters.
They put a lot of a
and
majority of it.
I don't give a fuck. I love it.
That's why Hooters is clone chicken.
Yeah.
All of it's clone chicken.
Yeah.
And that's why your shirt's about
That's
to...
not breading. That's just...
That's fine.
That button's about to...
No, it's not. Look at it. It's
Man,
loose. Loose. Loosey-goosey. Like your
Man.
butthole.
And that's not breading on Hooters chicken. That's just callus from the clone chicken.
Oh.
The disease callus.
There's tumors growing on the outside of the chicken. Looks like breading.
Yep.
Talking about like... So I've been eating... Like me, her, and her mom are doing the Atkins thing. And I'll always get the hot wings and they'll get one of the mild flavors. One day I got Atomic. Because you could pick and choose. So I was like, I'll get...
Is that like the hottest?
The hottest one.
It's not enjoyable at all. It doesn't even taste good.
Yeah, that's it. Like if it was super hot and it tastes good, I would still eat it. I got 5 of them, but they actually gave me more than I asked for, so they gave me like
I've had it before.
7 Atomics.
It tastes like shit.
Oh my god! I said this, but apparently I'm wrong. Because when I bit into it, it tasted like what I imagined Indian food tasted like. But you guys said that Indian food
food's really good.
Like Indian, like Native American food? Like turkey and,
No.
pumpkin pie?
That's not
like-
Native American food.
And stuffing?
That's settler food.
more like curry Indian food.
Oh, like Punjabi food.
Yeah, Punjabi. They don't taste good. But the hilarious thing is that I was eating it at my girlfriend's house, and I was just dying. and they've never really seen anybody eat hot stuff before, so they don't know what to do. Like I was sweating. They were like, "Are you okay?"
They didn't know whether to call an ambulance,
Yeah.
get you some water.
I'm like, "Nah, that's good. I'll be fine."
That's why you should always. Yeah. Is that the music that was playing in your head?
Yeah, exactly. When I was each one, it and it smelled like what I imagined India smelled like too, like a place with no indoor plumbing. That's what those wings smelled like.
They have indoor plumbing in India.
That's why you can never go wrong with
McDonald's. They don't have indoor plumbing everywhere in India.
No, they definitely don't.
I seen this documentary on Vice. We're gonna get pulled. I seen this documentary on Vice.
I can already hear Jay-Z writing up the cease and desist.
Apparently, there's a rampant problem in India of people shitting out in the open.
Yes.
So, definitely smelled like those wings that I had.
Yeah, those wings are not good. I do not enjoy atomic wings.
Never again.
I tried them once just to test see how hot they were.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me so much that they were hot, which I mean they were very spicy, but
Yeah.
that's not what bothered me. It was that they didn't taste good.
Yeah, they were shit.
It's like I can deal with a little heat if they tasted good.
If they tasted like the hot wings, but just hotter.
Right. That would be good because hot wings are. Even though I don't like Wingstop, I'm not a fan of Wingstop.
Really?
Yeah.
I like them.
I like Buffalo Wild Wings, and you know what? Honestly, the best wings I've personally, at least my personal opinion, I've ever had. I don't know if Tony agrees with me. He's had them. Dante's. Remember Dante's?
I remember.
They used to have 10-cent wings on Wednesday nights or
What is Dante's?
It was this old like dive bar we used to go to. Our friend, rest in peace, Dennis, DJ Romeo.
Yep.
He used to mix there on Saturday nights, but sometimes we would go either on, I want to say it's Wednesdays or Thursdays. Wednesdays were wings, Thursdays were burgers.
Yeah, and we used to go
for
the
like
wings.
for like $2 burgers and like 10-cent wings.
Yeah, the wings were good.
But personally, that's just my personal opinion. Those are the best wings I've ever had. But I don't know. I mean, but then again, I was a virgin to wings till Dante's. I had never eaten wings before in my life. I didn't like the idea of them.
You don't like the idea of wings?
I didn't before I first tried them. I didn't like the idea of wings being like, because personally, I don't like bottled hot sauces. So the idea of these chicken wings,
these clone chickens,
being like just doused in like bottled hot sauce, just didn't do anything for me.
It didn't appeal to you.
No, but when I had but I remember I went with Romeo and you probably once.
Yeah.
We used to go there all the time. And Romeo's like, just try them, man. Just try them. And I'm like, I'll try one.
And it was just like, like you were a virgin. And I remember because like you were super nervous. Like you didn't even know what to put where.
My butthole hurt afterwards.
Yeah, your butthole was definitely hurting after that. So it's like recreating your first time. Yeah,
exactly.
I remember that exactly.
So I remember I ate it and I'm like, holy fuck. I was like, actually, this is really good. And ever since then, I've loved hot wings. And
we could tell.
I don't know. Yeah, I know I love Milo too much. But I don't know if it was because it was my first time and I fell in love with them from that place or if they were really that good. But for me,
they were. I do remember them being really good.
But like I said, for me, the best ones I ever had.
Why do you think Caucasian people are so adverse to hot stuff?
I don't know. A lot of people are though. It's
because they don't put seasoning on anything. Like their seasoning is salt and pepper.
And I don't have a problem with that. I won't knock salt and pepper. I like salt and pepper.
Yeah, but that's like for everything.
The reason why I said, because I don't know if I said this story on the podcast before, but my old boss, I introduced him to the McChicken. He never had a McChicken before. So one day I was going to make a McDonald's run, and I was like, "Hey, Paul, you want a McChicken?" He's like, "Yeah."
Is that his real name?
Yeah, but whatever. Okay. He's never gonna listen.
Paul's
to
a generic name anyway.
Yeah. Should I go give his last name too?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Give his social security number as well while you're on it. It was just our headphones.
Are we still recording?
We're recording. We're good. Don't worry about it.
This equipment is getting worse and worse.
That's why we need to invest in new equipment, but the lack of funds.
Bro, I told you I'm good for it.
All right. Anyways,
and now I can't afford it anymore. I can't afford it. I can barely afford this podcast anymore. My yearly contribution to this podcast is becoming tougher and tougher.
So then
it's only a one-time fee.
Yeah.
No, well, technically for you guys it's a one-time fee because that's what I charge you. But for me it's a monthly fee because I pay for this shit monthly.
Oh, so I should probably pay you?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I should probably.
Tony already paid me for the year, so he's Gucci.
Oh shit.
Told you I'm good for it.
Anyways, So I told Paul, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get a couple McChickens. You want one? He's like, for sure. And this is when they had the spicy McChicken out.
Ooh, spicy.
And I was like, hey, Paul, I'm going to get a spicy McChicken. Would you want to try it? And the fear in his eyes. He was like, Paul's the whitest guy ever.
But the spicy McChicken's not even spicy.
I know, but
it's like tangy.
But
more
this
than
is
spicy.
white people.
I get it.
But this is what he said.
So the fear of God was stricken.
If he would have just said no, I would have understood. But his answer was, no way, dude. The regular McChicken is spicy enough. I'm like,
What the
fuck are you talking about? That's how white he was.
Oh, shit.
The mayo's spicy.
Yeah, the mayo.
That mayo's... whew.
Man, what do they put in this mayo?
Yeah.
Cayenne pepper?
So I don't know what it is.
It's coriander.
That all makes it spicy?
Yep.
Are you getting emails over there?
Possibly.
Can you turn that off, please?
Are they questions?
Yes.
All right, great.
Anyway.
I have a question.
What?
I already know your question.
I kind of feel bad.
Yes,
you
can, Mamba. Yes, you can.
I feel bad about something that happened today after work.
All right, hold on. Let me get to the Urban Dictionary word of the day.
No.
It's from our listener.
No. I know it's from our listener. That's why I'm trying to put it off. Continue, Mamba.
You know which listener it is?
It's from our dear friend Pikachu.
Okay.
First name Pika, last name Chu. Mr. Pikachu.
Peekaboo.
Are you gonna read it first, or are you gonna let Mamba talk?
No, I'm gonna read it first.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. If you have children, if you have
A disclaimer.
If there
This is
are
a
minors
discllaimer.
present,
if you have children,
Well, first of all,
present,
you have children. You shouldn't be listening to this podcast.
if there are
with
children
present.
around, please cover
You're a
their
horrible
ears,
parent if you do.
Send them away. If you have young teenagers that are very impressionable, that basically have no spine and give in to peer pressure, also turn them away. And the rest of you that are still listening, you're probably gonna regret it after this.
If you can send all your hate mail to Mr. Pikachu.
This is a listener submitted Urban Dictionary word.
His email address is pikachu123@gmail.com.
And so this just speaks volumes to the type of listeners that we have. Continue, Junkyard.
So today's word is
just reading it is like rough.
felching. Guys, do you guys know what felching is?
No.
Yeah, I know.
I know now, but I'd rather not say.
All right. So, felching is when a man fucks you up the butt without a rubber, he shoots his load, and then plants his mouth on your anus and sucks out his own warm sperm, plus whatever lubricant and feces are present. That's felching. It may or may not include kissing you to pass the sperm and fecal matter into your mouth. And then here, let me give this in a sentence. Felching makes me want to puke.
Why? I'll see why I wouldn't.
So
is it how you get?
That's in a good way. Like, oh, let's get puke in the mix too. Pass it to each other.
Is that how you get E. coli?
All right,
You
guys.
get something.
Whenever you guys say felching, you will hear.
We should hear this instead.
You know what's the worst part is that Rudy, our friend Rudy.
Our friend?
Yeah, he told me about
Tony's brother?
Yeah, Tony's brother. He told me about a video. He was like, you should just watch this video. I'm like, why? He's like, I'm not going to tell you why.
Is it Mr. Hands?
Is it 2 girls, 1 cup?
It's not as bad. But it's a music video.
It's not Mr. Hands?
I've never seen Mr. Hands.
Ooh. Have you seen Mr. Hands, Junkyard?
No, I've never seen Mr. Hands.
If you guys want to Google something that you will regret.
Wait, maybe I have. I feel like maybe you told me about it before.
Google Mr. Hands. You probably get a short description of what it is, but if you dig deep enough, you will find the video. Definitely not YouTube, but you will find the video, and yeah.
Are you looking it up right now?
I am. Go ahead. Keep
Are
going.
you going to tell us? Are you going to give us a
Yeah,
description?
he can give us a description, but while he's doing that, go continue.
Anyways, this music video, it starts off simple enough. It's 2 very flamboyant guys staring at each other, and I'm like, all right, it's 2 gay guys. Then it proceeds to cut away to one gay guy blowing the other guy, but the guy is turned away, so you could just see his butt. So I'm like, oh, it's probably just acting. And then they get more in deep, and then you could see like.
Oh, so okay, I know what it is. It's definitely a bestiality video.
It definitely.
That's what it says. Here's a video.
So Mr. Hands is there's even a whole documentary on that. I mean, obviously it doesn't show the actual footage, but apparently there's You actually found the video?
Yeah.
Oh God. Joker, stop! I would not.
Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
Stop that.
Oh my God! No! Oh my God! No! Oh my
That
God!
sounds
No!
uncomfortable.
Oh my
I don't
God!
want to.
No! Oh my God! No! Oh my God! No! I saw what was gonna happen. I didn't see what happened.
Okay.
But I saw what was gonna happen.
Bookmark it. Bookmark it. You can watch it.
will
Watch it
not.
later.
No, I'm good.
You need to watch the whole thing.
I'm good.
Okay.
What happens?
Dude, okay, so basically, it's this horse with a fucking ginormous dick. Probably, it's probably like 2 feet long.
The biggest dick I've ever
It's
seen.
the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life. And a naked butthole.
Oh, no.
Dude, I'm not, no lie, the dick, I'm not even lying, dick's probably this big.
That guy must. Was it a guy or a girl?
I don't know, I just saw butt.
Oh.
All right, so there's
No,
this
don't
town-
play it.
So basically, Mr. Hands is it's this real life event that happened. It's this one town called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Enumclaw.
Yeah.
Enema claw.
And
But it might as well be. So basically, there was this engineer who was into he was a Boeing engineer, and he was into like bestiality. So I guess on the internet he found like this group of people that were like-minded, and one of them had a farm. So they would get together, just drink, have a gay old time, and every once in a while they would go and work the horse. By work the horse, I mean they would allow the horse to pretty much
Work them.
work them. So there's this video of this guy. He recorded himself like in this act, and he died shortly after because
The dick was too big?
The peni
I can only imagine.
perforated his intestines.
Yeah, that's just gonna rip right through you.
And
but did he like it?
I doubt it.
you know what? Watch the video and judge for yourselves.
No, I can't watch it.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Can you just tell me, like, did it look like he enjoyed
I
it?
mean, spoiler alert. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys.
No, I'm not
No,
watching it.
I'm not
Spoil
watching
away.
it.
I'm not going to
All
watch
right,
it.
well, I guess you'll never know.
Guys, don't watch this video. I saw the dick. Don't watch the video.
So there you go, guys. One thing you should never Google is Mr. Hands
What?
video. You found it pretty quick, Junker. It took me about a few minutes to find it.
Because I found it from the shady ass link. It says I googled Mr. Here, look, I'm gonna Google it again. I'll tell you the one that deathaddict.com.
Oh, okay, Death
that
Addict, yeah.
sounds.
That's why as soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's gotta be the video.
Yeah.
And then so that actually takes you to another link that says all it is a link that says Mr. Hands, and you click on it, then it takes you to the video. So it's like you gotta go through like a little rabbit
Yeah.
hole to get to the video.
A rabbit hole that you will deeply regret.
Yeah, don't watch it.
All right, do not Google Mr. Hands.
I mean, Google it, but don't watch the video.
I'm not gonna watch
And
it.
don't do it at work.
Oh, definitely don't. It's NSFW.
NSFW as fuck.
I can't. I don't even want to think about it.
I mean, but aren't you kind of curious, though?
Yeah, like I want to see.
I can put it up on the big screen if you want.
No. It's like I could hear like when you played it and I heard the sounds. Like there was a lot of rustling. I'm like, this
can't be good.
something's bad's gonna happen.
You are right, Momba. You
I
are
don't know.
correct.
But it's better than felching. Oh man. Anyway,
Let's move on.
yeah, Mama, what were you gonna say? That I
don't
interrupted
know.
you.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
Did that totally discombobulate you?
I was gonna talk about that music video, but it's nowhere near as bad as this
It's
Mr.
spelled as Mr. Hands.
So
Yeah,
that makes that video PG.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rudy told you to look something up, right?
He told me to watch that video, and I was like, I was on my lunch break.
No, but you were gonna say something else before the Urban Dictionary word of the day. Something about me or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I think it was about the
No, before
hot
that.
sauce.
After the hot sauce.
Oh, something I felt bad about that happened after
Yes.
I got out of work.
What'd you
Yeah,
feel bad about?
So I got out of work and I was taking my trip to my car, and on the way there, I saw on the street there was just this SUV just parked. Didn't have his hazards on. It was just in the middle of the road and people were beeping, and I was like, oh, this guy must be stuck. But because there was this girl standing next to the side of the car, she was just pacing back and forth. Like, oh, she must need help or something. Turns out she did need help, but it wasn't car trouble. Her crazy ass boyfriend was in the back seat, and he jumped out of the car, and he like grabbed her and he started wrestling with her.
What?
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like,
Why didn't you beat his ass?
I was like, I would tell him to like chill the fuck out. I was
told
like,
him?
Yeah, I was, because he was like, he wasn't hitting her, but he grabbed, he's grabbing by the shoulders and shaking her.
That is allowed. You can't hit women, but you can shake them.
You can shake them.
You can shake them.
I'm okay with shaking.
So he was grabbing her, and he was like, "Get back in the car, get back in the car."
By the way, I just made that up. I don't know if that's really true. Or not. Don't, you know what? Just to be safe, don't shake them either.
it's okay. No. It's okay to shake women. Just don't shake babies, right?
Same thing.
Or is it shake, or is it don't, or is
You're
it,
not supposed to shake babies because then they die from shaking baby syndrome.
like, or is it don't feed the babies chocolate?
That you don't feed dogs chocolate.
Oh,
But
so
And don't.
but
And
can you shake dogs?
you can shake dogs,
And
but you can't
shake
feed
women.
them chocolate.
No.
You can't shake babies, but you can feed them
What it
chocolate.
is-
Oh.
Women, you should not feed them chocolate or
But you
shake
can-
them.
Well, no, you can't shake them. I thought.
No, you can't shake them or feed them chocolate.
it's when they're sleeping, you have to turn them every so often, so you don't ruin the soft spot of their head.
You know how they get the soft spot, right? Because women that are pregnant don't know they're pregnant right away, and they engage in coital combat.
Oh.
And, you know, the peni hits the forehead of the baby, and that's how they get the soft spot.
Like Mr. Hand syndrome.
No, that baby will get impaled.
The baby will die.
Anyway, continue. So this guy is...
So he's like grabbing her, trying to get her in the car, and I'm like intervening. I'm trying to get in the way. He's like, "Bro, just walk away." I was like, "No, you need to chill the fuck. You need to chill the fuck out."
Was
And
he? Could you beat his ass?
he was a lot smaller than me.
Oh, you could have whooped his ass.
He was a lot smaller than me, but I thought about it. I was like, this guy is fucking crazy. Because if you stop your car in the middle of the road, no hazards on, nobody he wasn't in the driver's seat, he was in the back seat.
Who was driving?
Nobody. He got out of the car. I guess he went to the back seat. And
What the
He was
fuck?
throwing a tantrum, maybe.
yeah, he's throwing it. And there's cars beeping at him. This guy doesn't give a fuck. Like most people, when they argue or they get into a domestic squabble, they'll at least like pull to the side, or maybe they don't want people to notice them.
They were probably arguing in the car, and she got out.
Yeah, she got. What I assume is that she was in the front seat. They had a kid. The kid was in the back.
What the fuck?
She was in the front seat. She probably went to the back. He probably got out of the driver's seat, went to the back with her, and then she got out of the car and he like followed her. So I'm like getting in between them. I'm like asking her. I'm like, "Are you all right? You good?" I'm like, "You need my help?" And she just like ignored me. So then he pushed her back in the car, and that was it. I was like, well, "What the fuck do I do? I can't just break this guy's window." And
No.
I mean, she like I asked her, I'm like, "Are you fine?" And she totally ignored me, and she just told the guy like, "Leave me alone." So I was like, "What more?" Can
Well,
I
yeah,
do?
you can't do much in that.
I was walking with my coworker. He's like, "Man, just leave him alone." I was like, "Yeah, but I feel bad. Do I do anything? Like, do I intervene? Do I choke the guy out?"
Was the guy like blasting Chris Brown?
Uh,
His greatest hits, starring Rihanna, featuring Rihanna.
he's probably a fan of him. So it's like it put me in an awkward situation. It's like, do I intervene or
I would have just punched the guy.
just punch him?
Just punched the fuck out of him.
But what if I punched him?
I'd be like, oh, he was a danger. I felt like he was a danger to myself and to that kid.
What if I punched him, and then the girl was like, "Why did you hit him?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to protect you."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "He loves me
Oh, then you punch her too.
for being an idiot."
Yeah.
But they got in the car, and then they drove into a parking lot.
Well, at least they drove off. At least they decided to take their domestic squabble to
I'm like,
a less dangerous.
I think I was
area.
really upset. Like, yo, man, you can't do that. You do that in the privacy of your own home.
You don't do that.
That's why it's called domestic, not public squabble.
That's why it's what do you call it? Domestic disturbance, not a public disturbance.
I don't know. Hopefully, after that, she'll wisen up and leave him.
She won't.
She probably won't.
Doubt it.
Nope.
So, like, even if I did do something, she probably would have got back with
No,
him.
she did, of course.
So yeah.
But so I shouldn't feel bad then, right?
No, I don't feel bad because I mean she knows she was.
You
getting
should only
into.
feel bad if you did nothing.
Well, I
But
wouldn't.
You tried.
I wouldn't say she knew what she was getting herself into.
She knows she was.
I'm
getting
sure she didn't like see this guy. I'm like, man, I can't wait till the day he fucking beats me.
Well, no, but it's like that Dane Cook joke, where he's like, they always make an excuse like your friends always like, oh, you should leave him. You should leave him. He's like, I can't leave him. He's got my CDs. Like, I can't just leave like
super
$50
lame
worth of CDs.
Oh, I can't. Like, we share a Netflix account.
Yeah, like they make fucking excuses. They're gonna deal with the asshole no matter what.
See,
So
but that Dane Cook it's an old joke. That's why he said he has my CDs. Now it's like, oh, we share a Spotify account.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
He has my iTunes password.
Netflix. Dane Cook was the man back in the day.
He was okay.
Dude, if it wasn't Dane Cook, like, aside from being a joke stealer, which we don't know if he stole a joke or not.
I'm pretty sure.
Supposedly,
I saw videos where there's irrefutable evidence that he
No,
did.
but he talked to Louis. Him and Louis C.K. had this like they had this little thing on Louis' show, and they confronted it and they talked about it, and it sounded reasonable. And Louis forgave him, so they were cool with each other. So if Louis forgives him, I forgive him.
You need to stop dick riding. You were dick riding Dane Cook hard as fuck.
I was, but I stopped.
You bought his DVD and shit. I was
no,
like,
I didn't buy his DVD, but I did go to see his concert at the Allstate
Fisher
Arena.
Circle?
Or his no, it was the one. Before, was it? I don't know if it was that one or the one before that.
I don't know. He was just like
He was hilarious.
he was funny, but he was like a douchey comedian.
He was very douchey because he was white. He was a white douchey comedian
Whoa.
with like spiky hair and
Just
like,
because
hey
somebody's
man.
white doesn't mean they're douchey.
Yeah, it does.
You're right. But we can't say that.
Haven't you guys seen Employee of the Month?
It's a great movie.
With Jessica Simpson,
Good Luck Chuck, all comedic classics.
with Jessica Alba. Ooh, you know actually which show I really or which movie I like with Dane Cook? The one with Kate Hudson. My Best Friend's Girl.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
No, My Best Friend's Girl with Jason Biggs. That movie, that's a fucking hilarious movie.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, doesn't
You
it
should
like
watch it.
Jason Biggs gets dumped by
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson?
Spoiler
And
alert, fuckers.
And-
I haven't seen
Well,
it.
no, but this is like
This
not
movie
part of the
was
plot.
made in the aughts.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it by now,
Yeah, exactly.
you never have seen
So
it.
basically, the premise is Jason Biggs is dating this girl, and being Kate Hudson, and she dumps him. And Dane Cook has this business, this side business, or actually that's not even a side business, like his main business, where guys pay him to be a complete douche and like asshole to these girls, so they can be like, oh my god, this guy's such an asshole, like, you know.
So they'll see what the
So they see what the dating scene's like, and they'll go back to the nice guy that they were with. Like the guy, like he makes them look like oh my god, he's such a great guy. I'm sorry, I left you, I broke up with you. I realized you're my ways, type thing, you know. So he does this with Kate Hudson, and should I spoil the rest of the movie?
No, don't fucking spoil it. I'm gonna
Well,
watch
anyway,
it now.
so he tries to help his roommate Jason Biggs out,
Oh, okay.
and do it with Kate Hudson.
And then hilarity ensues.
Hilarity does ensue
Oh, okay.
because you know Dane Cook is a funny man.
He's okay. I wouldn't say he's not as bad as Carlos Mencia.
Oh, Carlos Mencia, he stole lots. He stole Bobby Lee's jokes, stole Bill Cosby's jokes, stole George Lopez's jokes. I mean, the stealing of Ari Shafir's jokes. I mean, he stole like a shit ton of jokes. At least Dane stole one joke. I mean, if it's true, he only stole one joke from one comedian, not like a plethora of jokes from a number of comedians.
Didn't they interview Bobby Lee about Carlos Mencia taking his jokes, and like Bobby Lee was a total pussy about it?
Yeah.
Well, because
I can play it if you want.
didn't we play it already?
No, not in the show.
So you know,
Oh, we
played it for you.
were just listening. Okay.
so I won't even count that because like
Well,
if someone steals your jokes and then you confront them, or if someone asks them about it and they're like total pussies about it, then you deserve to get your shit stolen.
why do you steal my jokes?
Yeah, you get your jokes stolen all the time.
Yeah, you do.
No, I mean,
Yeah, no, but he doesn't deserve it.
but you still steal them.
I still do it.
Well, the reason why I think Bobby Lee was okay with it is because he was.
He didn't want any beef with anyone.
Well, no, it's because I guess Carlos Mencia did a lot of stuff. He like put
Doing Bobby Lee.
Oh, so then he owns Bobby.
Bobby Lee's his friend.
So it's not stealing.
But he, a lot of people. I hated Carlos Mencia when he had that show.
Doing Bobby Lee.
This is Joe Rogan.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. That's Ned Holness.
Oh, I know Ned Holness. Yeah, he's really good. Hey, that's all that stuff.
How's he doing?
Hey, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ned.
Do a couple minutes of his material.
Well, I'll just do some of my material, and then it'll be the same. You know what I mean? So I'll just talk about myself.
What has he ever stolen from you?
I used to do this bit about how I was so small that my dad would have to get on my shoulders to get on a ride at Disneyland.
Right.
Then he did a bit, literally, but this is I can't.
Do it.
But where's this
Who
going?
cares? What the fuck? It's reality.
Anyways,
All right,
good to
enough
see
of
you.
that.
Don't be a fucking.
See, he just like he just like dismissed it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, nice to see you.
Yeah. And his name wasn't even Carlos Mateo. It was Ned Holden.
Yeah, his name is Ned Holden.
Ned Holden, because he's half German, right?
Yeah,
Guatemalan.
German, yep.
Maybe, should we start stealing like segments of stuff from other podcasts?
Like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, he doesn't have segments.
He doesn't have segments. He just talks. Also, one of my other favorite podcasts, the MMA Hour.
I don't know.
I do.
I don't think What is there enough material to talk about MMA for an hour?
Yeah, well, okay, so this is the thing with like these MMA shows. They have guests, like MMA fighters as guests. I hear they're very accessible. I haven't tried to get one on because this isn't an MMA podcast.
It can be.
Yeah, but I think our listeners would.
And how would you
enjoy that?
And how would you get even get anybody on here that didn't know us? So like, all right, sir, if you could just go down this basement and just
What do they call it?
No. Most of these guys do it via Skype or via phone, which we can totally do, especially if we had a sound card that worked.
Why don't we have a fucking sound card?
Because someone hasn't ordered one because ours broke.
he did order.
Oh, you're right. You ordered one, a broken one.
But you
and I asked you to return it.
You
and
didn't
get a new one.
specify.
You said order a sound card and you sent me the link. I clicked on the link you sent me and that's the card we got. So it's your fault.
Okay, and I asked you to exchange it for a working one.
You gave him a
and you didn't do
faulty
that.
link.
Yeah, so
A faulty link.
so-
No, I gave him a good link, but he got a faulty sound card.
You gave
There's
him a good
difference.
link to a faulty sound
so
card.
send me a good link to a good sound card, not a faulty link to a faulty sound
I'm
card.
gonna send you one to $100 sound card.
Damn.
All right, send me the link. I'm not gonna buy it, but you can send it. You feel free to send me the link.
Just reply back. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a nice sound card, and it's a nice link too.
You're stupid as fuck.
It'd be nice if somebody had it.
I wonder if it's the one Joe Rogan uses.
Dude, Joe Rogan's got like a great setup. He even like he's got like his mics are really nice. I don't know what they use in the back because you don't really see that, but I know he has a TriCaster
Why don't we get a TriCaster?
because they're expensive as fuck. You know what the TriCaster costs? Like a cheap one?
like $200.
Isn't that
No,
that sounds,
like $1,000.
That sounds like a Magic the Gathering spell.
Yeah.
A
No.
TriCaster.
TriCaster.
No, a
It sounds like an attack.
Yeah.
So a TriCaster, what a TriCaster does is able to
Sounds like a buff.
be able
You cast 3 spells at a time.
you're able to cast to multiple platforms at once, basically, like audio, video, like YouTube, live video, YouTube, as well as do your audio.
How much does that cost?
Like the cheapest one I found was $1,000.
Holy shit.
So basically, if we have a TriCaster, it'll record. We could record like.
No,
to
that
YouTube.
doesn't record. It just casts.
I don't understand.
Here,
What you mean by
I will
cast.
look up the definition of a TriCaster so that way you at least.
No, I don't want the definition. I want you to explain to me how it works.
So it doesn't it doesn't record.
No,
in
it doesn't record. I mean, you could get TriCasters with recording built in.
So
would hope
this
so.
TriCaster does not record.
No,
It
All
just
it does
is
is
cast.
it's cast exactly.
So it casts to YouTube.
Well, you can cast to YouTube, and as well as plug it into.
What's the difference between casting to YouTube and recording a YouTube video?
But it's also for video. But like it does video. So basically here, let me help you understand what.
Yes, please
TriCaster
help
is.
me. Help me understand.
So it's basically if you ever had an interest in broadcasting events for a small organization like a church, school, whatever,
I don't.
or this podcast, you can use a TriCaster. Basically, it's like what television studios use to be able to cast to multiple.
Okay, none of that is telling me
services.
how it works.
They just cast.
Like, what do you mean by cast?
I mean, I can show you a picture of one.
I don't. Is the picture going to show me? Like, is it going to have
I
like?
mean, kind of.
Show me the picture.
I don't know. Here, hold on. This. Here, that's like the TriCasting studio.
I still don't know how. That does not in any way indicate how it works.
I mean, just it's a TriCaster.
Okay, like, but what is? How does it? It casts what?
Video and audio.
So it records.
No, it doesn't record. It just broadcasts it.
So it's like YouTube Live.
Kinda.
So what does that TriCaster connect to?
So basically, here it creates live streaming, online video, and also broadcast. And you can broadcast social media all at once.
Okay, so that TriCaster can broadcast the video live and also do like audio live and what's the other one?
I mean everything pretty much.
What's everything?
I mean, just think about all the types of media.
Video and
can
audio.
I think
cast
there's only like a couple.
What other? Which ones are left?
Ustream. Oh, like I'm talking about, you could do like Ustream, YouTube, Facebook
That's
Live.
video.
Yeah.
So video and audio.
You can do video and audio. Correct.
So,
what I said.
are you saying you could do it to multiple sites?
Yeah, you do them like all at once.
Okay, so that's what he's saying. You really got to narrow it down, man. You just
It casts. It casts.
I mean, it's a TriCaster.
I know what it is.
we could do that for the cheap. We'll just all broadcast. Each one of us will
No, but
broadcast
this
at the same time.
This
Yeah.
device does it like for you.
Yeah, but we can all do it ourselves
Yeah.
manually and not spend like $1,000.
The new Tech TriCaster is essentially your own TV studio in a box. The real genius of TriCaster is the way it combines capability with simplicity.
No, we're
it
giving
takes
them free
scary and
publicity.
technical out of the equation. So now
pay
you
us.
don't
Pay us for
need to
this.
be an expert to start using the professional techniques that bring serious
does-
production value to your message.
All this does is
and maximize
tell you what it does. It
engagement
doesn't
with your
actually tell you the
audience.
brand.
All right, well, I figured it out. Okay,
It
cut
acts
this.
as a
We're
video
wasting
mixer,
time.
Video
letting you
mixer.
switch live between cameras to cover the action on set and bring in all your other video sources at will.
That's great. All right, keep it
It's
moving.
an audio mixer that lets you control the levels of your microphones, sound effects, and music sources, all in real time. With TriCaster, you can create professional quality text graphics, just like you see on any TV news
See?
or any.
So we could totally use a TriCaster.
All right, we'll get one.
Who has $1,000?
I'm good for it.
Not me.
They just
I'm,
bump.
I'm buying real estate. I don't have money for this.
Put on credit.
They just bump.
I can't put on credit because look at that for me to buy stuff. It's gonna hurt my credit if I put it on credit.
But what? Haven't you already purchased the property?
No, not yet.
Well,
I'm
once
in-
you do,
I'm in
then
contract.
once you do, then you don't need credit anymore.
When are you gonna? I saw the pictures to the property you're gonna purchase. It's pretty nice.
It is. It's very nice. I went again today to look at it. It was quite.
In case it changed.
No, I had to go.
Like,
I had
if
to
you
go.
already saw it, what's the more to
I had
say?
to go do a home inspection.
Isn't that what you did last time?
No, last time I went to go look to see if I liked. You go look at different
So
properties.
what's the difference between going to look at a
Oh my
property
God.
and going to inspect
Why do you
it?
have so many questions?
Because you're like,
That's
oh,
good. I mean, we keep talking. Ask away.
Yeah.
Ask more
So
questions.
explain the difference.
Wait, what?
Because the first time you went to go look at it.
Yeah, because you go to different
And
properties.
then
to see
today
if
you
like
went to
it.
go see it.
No, no.
So
Today,
what's the difference?
So when you before you buy or put an offer in on something, you go to different properties and look at them and be like, oh,
Okay.
I like this. I don't like this. This is ugly. Oh, this is shitty. Oh, this is nice.
So you go see it.
Yeah.
And then today you went to go look at it.
No, today I had an inspector come in and check everything, make sure it was up to par
Ah.
and nothing was broken.
Do you have to pay for that?
Yes.
Damn.
You got to pay for that?
Yes.
Why can't you just say, yeah, everything looks good?
Yeah.
No, he literally checks everything. Like he'll plug stuff in, make sure the power outlets work.
You could do that.
Check like that.
How much did he charge you?
But you have to be $250.
Dude,
But you have to
I
be-
would have done that for $100, dude.
But you have to be licensed.
I would've-
License to what? To plug shit in and see if it
no,
works?
I would have
You have to
undercut
be
it. I would have
licensed.
charged $25.
Damn. And you just bring your phone charger.
Yeah,
Like, okay,
all
this
right, it's
plug
good.
works. This one works. Hot water, cold water.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
What a fucking sham.
No,
you
man.
got junkyard. You got
Home inspection. You're
hard.
supposed to do for any home you buy.
Yeah, that guy has like a lucrative business.
He did. He had a very nice BMW. And his license plate said "Chingon."
So,
Exactly. His license plate should have said, "You got."
Yeah.
No, home inspection. Seriously, home inspection
Yeah,
is
this guy shows up with like a USB charger and just plugs it into random outlets. Okay, it works.
Yeah.
And charges you $250 for that?
that. But that's the way. That's what it is. That's what it. what it
Fuck
costs.
that. I'll be like, you know what? I'm inspecting my damn self.
But that's.
Is he
Because
licensed or something?
Yeah, you have to be licensed to do a home
So
inspection.
you need to take a test to plug shit in.
Yeah, that's not just to plug shit in. You have to check the pipes. You have to check make sure
You flush a
shit's
toilet.
working. No, but that's
Flush it. All right, good.
Water.
Everything seems to be working.
It's not leaking. The pipes ain't clanging. Dude, this you got, man.
Are you
you're
excited?
supposed to do a home inspection. With
Yeah,
all
I'm
your
gonna.
homes.
If I ever purchase a property, I will do a home inspection.
No, you don't do a home inspection. Someone does it for you.
So,
Mamba, can you do my home inspection when I get a house?
yeah, your house looks
Can
good.
I do yours?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, there we go.
No, man, because Mama doesn't even know what to look for.
He's gonna plug shit in, right? You're gonna flush the toilet.
I mean, sometimes his basement turns into a swimming pool, but that's a bonus.
yeah,
Does it still do that?
that's not a bad thing. No, not anymore.
All right. Well, you lost the pool.
Yeah.
But hey, today we're talking about the home inspection. We're going to take
Oh
a look
my
at a
God.
home inspection checklist. You can find that
See?
in the description
You need to
below.
do home
We're also gonna
inspections.
go through the home
So
inspection at a very
the checklist
broad-
is available online for free.
No, he just says this is what you should look for.
So he's telling you how to do your home inspection.
No, he's not telling you how to do your own home inspection.
So
He's telling you need a home inspection.
Yeah, that you could do yourself.
No, man.
He just told you, here's a checklist of what you need to look for.
The Home Inspection Network.
You have a computer.
Today we're going to talk about
Google
what a home inspection is and what to expect when getting a home inspection
this guy's
done.
going to do it right now.
As always, for more information, you can visit our website at homeinspectionnetwork.ca. A home inspection should take anywhere between 2 and 3 hours
How
to
to
complete.
home
The
inspection.
home inspector will often start by looking at the roof of the
PDF.
Then
Total
they'll look at the exterior
home
of the
inspection
house.
checklist.
Following
Look at
that, they'll move inside,
Proper
look at the plumbing
drainage,
systems,
no
the
evidence of
electrical
standing
panel,
water, no
the heating,
dude,
ventilation,
this is
and air
fucking
conditioning
everything.
systems if they exist. And
They
then
even
they'll
give you
also
blank
do an
spaces and
overview
make
of
a
the
check.
Like you can
entire
check
interior
off.
of the
You can
house.
print this yourself
It's a good idea to follow your home inspector
For the
around
low,
during
low
the
price
home
of free.
the free.
And your bank also sometimes asks for the home inspection.
I'll give this to the bank.
No, but they need to be licensed in order for them to have to do it.
License, schmeisen.
It's like saying going if you get sued and go into court and be like, I'm a lawyer, I know all about this shit.
You
but
could,
you don't have a,
you
but
could,
you don't
you
have
could
a-
defend yourself.
Yeah, you can legally represent
no,
yourself.
Well, in some states, not all states.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like New York, you can't be. You
Are
can't
we in New
legally
York?
represent-
Are you buying a property in New York?
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
How do you know?
You can't even afford to go to New York right now.
Because I buy a property in New York. That's why I can't afford to go to New York.
So what? It's not final, but
Look at it. And there's even a
No, it's
Bob,
not final.
there's even a Bob Vila self home inspection, and we all know he knows what he's talking about.
Get the fuck out of
All
here.
right, so for all of you out there that are considering buying a house, you don't need to hire an inspector. Just do the shit yourself.
Don't listen to
Save
Tony.
yourself $250.
Don't listen to Tony because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Home inspection guide. Do it yourself.
Like my home inspector even checked my the breakers and stuff to make sure that all the wires were like the proper gauge and stuff. Do you know how to do that?
I can Google it. Google that
That's
shit
not the
right now.
point.
I'll
That's
Google that
true.
shit right now.
That's true.
That's
You,
not the
you could
point.
pretty much find anything.
That's not the point. The point is he's licensed. He's it's somebody a professional doing it.
Because I always thought the idea of building a computer is crazy, and I looked online. It's like the easiest fucking thing.
Yeah, but that's because that's easy. Home inspecting is different.
No.
Home inspection is just a checklist. Is there water on the floor? No. Okay, moving on. Is there
It's
there
not-
leakage? Nope. Just anal, but that's
Ah.
totally different issue.
So how close are you to finalizing this purchase?
So I have to send in some paperwork. The contract's done. I sent in what's called the earnest money.
yeah.
It's just to show that you're serious about it. I did that.
What's the earnest money?
Okay, so
It's basically
Isn't that what a down payment is?
no, it's not what
you
down
gotta
payment
prove that
is.
you're good for it.
Yeah, basically. So like it goes towards your down payment, but it's not your down payment. It's like it's you. So you send the money. You send like it's usually somewhere between 1% and 3%. No, 1% and like 2% of the cost of it. So in my case, it was like $1,000. I give them $1,000 and be like, listen, here's the earnest money. I am interested in buying this property. I made an offer. You accepted it. This is the earnest money. It's after they accept the offer. And then that's a sign of good faith that you are serious about purchasing the property.
So it
because
goes-
if you back out, because once they sign off on the, say you put in
An offer,
and they sign off on it, that becomes a contract.
and then you back out.
And if you back out, they keep the earnest money.
What if you back out before you give them the earnest money?
The only way you can back out is for a good reason, like home inspection. If a home inspection goes wrong,
Yeah, like if my checklist is
no,
up to
not
par,
no.
then they can fuck
this
off.
This is a reason why you need somebody licensed, because if you say, oh, the inspector said that this is not good, they can be like, hey, I need you to fix this, and they're like, no, I'm not fixing it.
What, you can't tell
Like,
people
all
to
right.
fix shit?
No, because that's why you need a licensed professional to do it for you, and that's what makes
If I
it
see
legal.
something broken, I'm like, hey, you got to fix this shit.
No, it's not. It doesn't work that way.
If the inspector said the home wasn't up to par, would you get your earnest money back?
Yes,
Ooh.
you do, and that's the thing. If you don't have a home inspection, and this is the thing, if you don't do a home inspection and you find shit wrong with it later, it's too late. You already purchased it. But that's why you do a home inspection before you purchase
Oh,
it.
What's the return policy? Like 90 days?
No, you don't have a return policy. Once you purchase,
As long as you have a
purchase it.
receipt. Okay,
No,
fine.
you
Maybe-
don't get a receipt.
Can you exchange for a similar
No.
item?
No,
of
you
equal,
don't.
Of equal or lesser value?
I like to return one condo, please.
I would like to exchange for something of equal or lesser value.
No.
Maybe a loft.
Loft.
Can I just get store credit?
Anyway, so yeah, so if the inspection isn't up to par, you can turn that into the bank, and they'll be like, or to the person selling it, and then they'll be like, listen, you need to fix this. And they say no, like fuck it, I'm out. You my earnest money
How
back.
are you
That's it.
affording everything?
How am I affording what?
Everything.
work, motherfucker. That's why you think I work 2 jobs.
But yeah, you got a wedding. That can't be cheap.
It's not.
It's Mexico.
That's true. We've established
It's
that.
not. But you know what? What's saving me a little bit is okay.
What's saving you is the weak peso.
No, it's actually dropping now.
The extremely weak peso.
No. It used to be at 22. It's down to 19 now.
Oh, so that wedding's going to be even cheaper?
So
it's the other way around. It's getting more expensive.
It's gonna be $506 instead of $500.
No. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is her parents are going to give us a little bit of money for the wedding, but I've already paid the majority of it.
Yeah.
So the little bit that they're going to give us will cover the rest of it. We were going to use that as savings.
Yeah.
So we're going to buy the condo now, and then I'm going to use her money or her parents' money to fund the rest of the wedding, and then I'm just going to put it towards my money that I have towards the condo.
But if her parents are giving you money and you're putting that in a condo, you could probably buy a door. If they're
no, I'm putting it towards the wedding.
If they're giving you pesos, you could probably afford 1 door.
I'm not putting it towards the condo. I'm putting it towards the wedding.
No, 1 door.
I paid the majority of the wedding off already.
If it's a schleg, those are expensive.
You're stupid as fuck.
1 schleg, please.
Anyway, hopefully, if everything goes right,
Here's your stack of pesos.
we will have a new studio.
Oh.
We'll have a schleg.
It was a really nice looking place.
It is a very nice looking place. You guys will like it.
Can I live there?
No,
Then why would you say that?
I mean you like looking at it.
How many rooms?
1.
I'm gonna do my own inspection.
Please don't.
Just walk in and be like, yes, everything looks up to par.
This looks great.
Yes, this is definitely a house.
Is my phone charging? Yep.
4 walls, 1 roof.
I think we're good.
A door.
Yeah, door.
Oh, what do we got? 2 doors. Is that a schleg? Oh, that must have cost a pretty penny.
All right, we've wasted enough time, guys.
We should get sponsored by schleg.
Let's go ahead and get to
Or is it schlag? Am I saying it right?
Schlaggy or whatever.
Schlaggy?
I don't know what.
Now there's a door you can set your clock to.
That's right. A schleg door. Now I feel secure behind one of those doors.
Let's go and get to Tony's not fun fact.
Ooh, not fun facts. Not fun facts. These facts are never fun. Not fun for anyone. Not fun facts.
All right, so today's not fun facts. Some of you guys may know this, so I'm gonna go over some things that some clever marketing tricks that you may not notice. So this is to help you guys stay woke. Don't get got like Junkyard with his fucking inspection shit.
Fuck out of here.
All right. So the first one is you guys, when you watch movies, they always have that disclaimer that says no animals were harmed during the production of this movie.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that that's not always true. In The Life of Pi, a tiger almost drowned in a water tank. In Pirates of the Caribbean, dozens of fish and squid washed up dead on the beach after underwater explosions.
But did those say no animals were harmed in the making of this movie?
Yeah, like there's a disclaimer like, oh, no animals were harmed.
But you said almost. That's key word. That means they weren't harmed. They were almost harmed.
Almost no animals were harmed. So
Exactly.
at least one animal was. No, it says no animals were harmed. But that's
always almost harmed. Almost isn't being harmed. See what I'm saying?
So-
if I swing at you, but I miss hitting you.
You almost harmed me.
I almost harmed you, but I didn't.
The best one is the movie 8 Below. A trainer punched a husky in the throat while breaking up a fight. I guess 2 dogs were fighting and just started punching the husky in the throat.
What if that wasn't really a trainer? It was just some dude.
Oh.
Figure it was the best way to end that fight.
All right. Another one is whenever you buy a laptop, they always give you an estimated time on how much the battery lasts. To get a more accurate estimate of how much use you'll get out of a fully charged battery on a laptop, divide the manufacturer's claim in half. This is because most laptop manufacturers use hopelessly impractical parameters to test their machines, yet they advertise the times achieved as realistic running times under normal usage. So basically, they'll use a laptop, they'll have it on at 20% brightness, Wi-Fi turned off, no music, video, or web pages running. And that's how they'll calculate how long the battery will last. So just someone sitting there.
When we all know everything, all those are turned on. And
Exactly.
like the highest.
Yes, you got the Wi-Fi.
So you got to run it on brick mode.
Yeah, and it'll last you at least 4 hours.
As a paperweight.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another one is bed sheets. You know how they all have the thread count?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Aziz has a good joke
yeah.
with that.
It's hilarious. So, basically, bedding companies include the number of fabric strands, also known as plies, or pliés, it takes to make a single thread as part of the total thread count. So, different strands could make one thread, and they count each strand as its own thread count. For example, a company might make a sheet with 200 threads per inch with 4 ply threads, and they advertise it as 800 thread count, usually resulting in a sharp increase in the price. So, yeah, don't get got. Another one is that hand soap that says they always kill 99.99% of germs under certain conditions. So basically, compliance tests made by manufacturers do not take into account many real-world factors, and actually score as low as 59%. As they don't even and they don't even tell you like that. You ever wonder, like, it says, it kills 99.9% of germs. You ever wonder what's that 0.1%?
Is it really bad stuff?
Is that, yeah, what is that is not killing?
Yeah.
They're not required to disclose what it doesn't kill. So it could be like fucking hepatitis or something, and like, I guess you're screwed.
Or what if it kills like
99% of the good bacteria?
Yeah, exactly. And like all the bad stuff it keeps.
Hey, well, they don't have to tell you that. You guys remember 5 Hour? You guys know 5 Hour Energy. So 5 Hour Energy, their claim to fame was the no crash later, but it was quickly debunked by a study showing that 24% of users experienced an intense crash after drinking as little as a shot of liquid stamina. The company later clarified that there was no sugar crash, so they changed the wording. Instead of saying no crash, they put no sugar crash. And of course, that's true because there's no sugar in it. No sugar crash.
So this clever wording.
Yes. Another one is canned pumpkin actually uses several varieties of winter squash instead of the real thing. The FDA approves. Most consumers do too because it has a less stringy texture. So that pumpkin, I guess that pumpkin puree they use for like pumpkin pie, that canned pumpkin, is actually just squash. It's not even pumpkin.
What about pumpkin spice latte?
That is definitely pumpkin. In Kellogg's Cocoa Krispies, the claim by Kellogg's that Rice Krispies help support your child's immunity is so outrageous you probably didn't even notice a rainbow pooping unicorn coming out of the box. Kellogg's pulled this stunt in 2009 when the world was in panic over the H1N1 or the swine flu. You guys remember that whole?
I remember that.
It was like it was all the rage. Well, they claim that vitamins A, C, and E play an important role in the immune system, and their cereal had vitamins A, C, and E. So, ipso facto, eating Cocoa Krispies prevents swine flu. The FDA quickly made them remove it.
Really? I'm surprised.
The FDA is like, nope.
They should have said, can prevent swine flu, side effects, diabetes.
So yeah. Lesson learned, don't get got. Stay woke. Remember, jet fuel does not melt steel beams.
Only dank memes.
Dank memes melt steel beams.
I wonder if that's the same thing as Honey Nut Cheerios. How they say,
they're like may lower cholesterol. Yeah, anything may lower cholesterol. It might. Just eat cereal. It might lower your cholesterol. But then they tell you as part of a well balanced diet and like healthy, active lifestyle.
Okay, so it's probably those things.
Those things, yeah. But
not just eating.
No. But it might be.
It might be.
We
don't know. It's a big if.
So better safe than sorry and just eat Cheerios because it might be that.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
I was getting some sheets down at Bed Bath & Beyond. Man, they got so many sheets. I was looking around, And I saw this guy, and he didn't know what to buy, and he looked all confused, and he looks over at me and goes, man, this is why I need a girlfriend.
This was Junkyard when he was single.
This is why you need a girlfriend? So if you had a girlfriend, you wouldn't even be here. You'd be back at your house sitting on a lazy boy drinking a beer going, bitch, go get me some sheets. Yeah, I'm in a relationship now. I don't have to buy my own domestic goods. Pick up one of those bottles we can put sticks in and make the room smell like vanilla bean. I've been farting all day. It smells like shit in here. Now, all I know about sheets is...
You can't just
the higher
live
the
off
thread
of
count, the better the
Aziz
sheet,
jokes.
right?
Sure we can.
This lady's like, right, yeah, I got 700 back in my house. It's like sleeping in lotion. So I'm looking around trying to find some nice sheets. I see this brand called Hotel Luxury Linens.
Hotel.
600 thread count. And it sounds fancy too, right? You got a girl back at your place. She's like, oh my God. Did we just teleport to a 5-star hotel? Nah, baby, these are just Hotel Luxury Linens. By the way, the technology for teleportation doesn't exist yet. You must be kind of stupid.
Get it? Get
I
it?
grab the sheets and I get them home.
Stand-up isn't that
I put
hard.
them on my bed, right? And I feel them, and they feel a little rough to the touch. I get a little suspicious. I do a little Googling. I find an investigative report in Southern Living magazine where they investigated thread count claims. An issue that definitely needed delving into.
Yeah, Tony
And
does
they
it.
had a little chart. I said, brand, advertised thread count, actual thread count. So it's like, brand, Wamsuiter, advertised 500, actual 497. Brand, soft sheets, advertised 600, actual 600. Brand, Hotel Luxury Linens, advertised 600, actual 296. Are you shitting me, man? Almost slept on that shit. 296 is sandpaper as far as I'm concerned. If that was a drug deal, I would have shot Hotel Luxury Linens in the face. Where the rest of my thread? You didn't think I was going to count that shit, motherfucker?
Oh, Aziz. Hilarious.
Stand-up doesn't seem that hard.
All right, Mama, go ahead.
Go ahead, go.
Well, I gotta think of shit. I
All right,
can't
well,
just
go
come
ahead,
up
go.
with stuff off
You've
the
had a whole
fly.
podcast think of stuff.
How about that airline food? Huh? Pay all this money for a ticket. Figure I could get something better. Like maybe a Hot Pocket or something. Nothing.
It's
Tony's laughing.
Yeah, because how stupid it is.
Huh?
You might as well just stole
That still counts.
Jerry Seinfeld's joke.
Oh.
Still counts.
Why is it called Ovaltine?
Who's Jerry Seinfeld?
The cup is round. The can is round. Should be called Roundtine.
Is that one of his real jokes?
It was the one he used in Seinfeld to give
Oh.
to his boy Kenny Banya.
Well, anyways, it's not as easy as it looks, Junkyard. I wouldn't expect an unfunny person like you to understand that.
If you say so.
All right, Mama, try again.
All right. I had a joke that I came up with when I was a kid, and I thought it was funny. It's not really funny anymore. It's like, I goes like, I was dating this girl, and she broke up with me, and I asked her why. She said because I was too nice to her. I was too much of a good guy. She needed a bad boy. So then I beat her up, and I stole her wallet. We're getting married next week. Ta-da!
You did the wow.
Oh, man.
I was a teenager. I thought it was funny.
It's not funny.
Yeah, I know.
Beating up girls is not a laughing matter.
No, but this was back in like when Mama was a teenager, like back in the early aughts.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was allowed.
Oh, was it?
Chris
It was
Brown.
legal?
Chris Brown's on top of the charts.
When that guy earlier today was beating up his girlfriend, I thought it was a performance.
All right, let's go. Let's get to our.
That's why I didn't interrupt.
Let's get to our crazy news story, shall we?
That is way too goddamn long.
You're right. I forgot that shit was still playing. All right. Today's crazy news story is dedicated to our dear friend and co-host, Momba.
What?
So the news story is Supreme branded Metro cards have NYC shook.
Oh, that was great. That is a great news story.
No one in New York has ever been as excited to buy a Metro card as the individuals who have been lining up to buy Supreme branded Metro cards. The cult streetwear brand announced their partnership with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority on February 20th via Twitter, to much celebration. There was initially some misinformation spread about the cost of the card and what denomination would yield the Supreme card. The traditional yellow Metro cards are $1 a piece, and the fare for one subway or bus ride is $2.75, unless you purchase a special deal. The limited run Supreme card sells for $5.50. The price includes 2 swipes, but riders can load more money onto the card. They can be purchased at Supreme stores and the following subway stations: Broadway Lafayette, Queens Plaza, Marcy Avenue, Atlantic Avenue, Prince Street, Spring Street, Union Square, and 125th Street 2/3 train. One MTA worker previously said the Supreme cards were only available if customers purchased $75 worth of cards. But the NYCT subway account confirmed that the cards could be purchased for any denomination. You can check the NYCT subway page for updates on where the cards have sold out. They're also being sold for even more money than they're worth on eBay. Since the cards went on sale, Twitter has been abuzz with videos of lines to buy them.
I saw that, like, people were like, it was like a shit show.
NYPD had to get involved, right? They were shoving people.
Yep, they had to go in there and like regulate because people were getting out of hand.
Yeah, people are getting crazy for these cards.
Fuck boys will be fuck boys.
Well, that's not the first craziest. I don't know if
true. But for fucking Metro cards?
Well, the previous to that,
remember the bricks?
They are selling Supreme bricks. Just a fucking brick that said Supreme on it.
But what? Okay, I failed on. You've explained Supreme.
We talked about
before.
this.
Yeah, we talked about this. But I failed to see what's so great about Supreme.
I can explain this.
Go ahead.
You know how you have a hard time grasping the concept of Supreme? That's how I feel about your home inspection. Like, I just don't get it. Just do that shit yourself.
But my home inspection had some value.
So does
if I want to back out,
bro, Supreme has a high resale value.
It's just because they make this stuff in such limited quantities.
Yeah. But what makes it so great?
Nothing. They just
nothing.
It's supply and demand. You give.
No, I understand supply and demand. I understand that. I get.
Because they do.
They do junkyard. Then why are you still asking me about this?
Why is it so popular? Is what I'm saying. Like, what made it so big?
Because they do.
How did it start?
They do a lot of like collabs, like really like off. Not off, but like a lot of like really crazy.
Like for what?
Like they'll do one with like Supreme and the Yankees. So they'll have like special edition like bomber jackets and hats and everything, and then they'll do like one with Jordan. They'll do one with like some with like some really weird brands too, like some really never
Jordan
heard of.
stuff is pretty nice.
What makes it? How did it start? I should know this.
It started as just a clothing line, and it just there's a lot of them,
and everything's limited. Like once it's out, that's it. Like they don't.
Yeah. They don't restock it.
They never restock it. It's like once. That's why they'll release a collection, and then that's it.
And that's why all this stuff on eBay goes for astronomical numbers, because you're never going to get it again.
Yeah. So
I'll just get that shit.
But why
for the fake?
Okay, that's
online.
great. But why the fuck are people gonna like riot for some goddamn Metro cards? It just says I can make that shit at home.
Yeah, you can. It's a very bland logo.
All it says, it's a red background with a white Supreme. It says Supreme in white.
But it's because I think by now they've already built a brand, so people will if the brick wasn't like enough, like if you could put Supreme on a brick and sell out, I think they can put Supreme on anything.
I think at this point the guys who run this place are just trolling people, and the fans are just falling for it.
This is what I'm gonna do. I have an idea. Don't steal my idea, fuckers.
It's like the Cards Against Humanity guys. They for Black Friday they sold. It was like literally shit. I forgot what it was, like a gift. Mm-hmm. Or no, was it shit or nothing? It was like you give somebody nothing.
I don't know, but this is...
It was you can give someone the gift of nothing. And it was all it is like it's like a little bag with like almost like a little like bubble. And it's like nothing. And then it says this is like, this is nothing. If nothing turns into something, then it's defective and you can return it and we'll give you nothing back.
Yeah.
And it was funny, and that shit sold out.
People bought it. People buy weird shit.
So I have an idea. I don't know if anybody's thought about this, but don't steal my idea if you... Are you listening to this? Right. I'm going to tell you anyway.
All right,
this is $1 million idea.
You haven't said patent pending, so it's...
This is patent pending. Patent pending.
No, he already said it. It's his idea now.
This is NKOTP property. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to New York. I'm gonna buy a shit ton of Metro cards, regular ones, regular yellow ones that are $1 or whatever they are.
Oh, no, for just
Okay, listen to this. Now I'm gonna go and buy a bunch of blank magnetic cards that are like Metro cards, that type of plastic. And I'm gonna print them all. I'm gonna reprint over them all with the Supreme logo. It look exactly like the Supreme card, and then I'm gonna swipe the Metro cards. I'm gonna buy one of those magnetic swiping machines. Swipe it so I get the numbers off of them, and then add those numbers onto the other magnetic cards. You see what I'm saying? So you can reload them. So I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna buy a bunch of them and just do a whole bunch of them, print them all out, sell them on eBay for like $100 each. Dude, I'll be a fucking millionaire.
So they're gonna be like reloadable Metro cards?
They're gonna be real Metro cards.
But
I'm gonna make my own Supreme. I'm just gonna print my own Supreme logo on them. You know what I'm saying?
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
So I'm not really jipping them because if I just sell them like fake cards that aren't reloadable.
You're selling them a Metro card.
I'm selling them a Metro card.
Yeah.
It's a real Metro card. It's just not really Supreme.
Yeah.
But they think it is.
That's not cheating.
Hey, man, go for it.
I mean, even if I sold them cheap as fuck, like if I bought 100 of them and I sold them at like
$50.
$50 a piece?
Still make
100 times 50? What is that, Tony? Do the math.
It's a lot.
$5,000. $5,000.
You could pay off your wedding.
I couldn't, but still, that's still a good amount. That's a down payment for my condo.
Yeah, and people buy all sorts of crazy things at fucking eBay.
Well, what I will do is
they'll buy bagged air that was in the same vicinity as Kanye West.
I'm gonna look up what the Metro cards are going for. I'm gonna find the cheapest one, and I'm just gonna lowball the fuck out of it.
You're gonna undersell them?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna undersell the shit out of them. I bet you the cheapest one's probably at least $100.
Are you looking it up right now?
I am looking it up right now. I'm gonna undersell the fuck out of them. I'm gonna be selling these Metro. I'm gonna sell the fuck out of these Metro cards.
And then people are gonna hate on you, and even they're like, "Man, who is this? Who's this junkyard guy that's stealing all our business? How can he afford such low rate?"
Oh man, it's not even that
expensive.
$17 for one.
But still, you're still making money.
Oh, I thought it was $100 for a fucking Metro card.
Oh well.
This isn't worth my time, man. That's bullshit.
If you sell 100 of them?
Oh, here's an expensive one for like $25.
Sell them for 20.
There's people already on here selling them for 20. Oh, whatever. Fuck this idea. This idea sucks. But everything I invest in, like the cards and plus like the actual like the swipers and shit, it's not even gonna be worth my time. I'd have to buy like thousands of cards. And the ink to print that shit? Fuck that.
Alright, so
bad idea. If you want to do it, go ahead.
Go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I'll think of the next con.
Oh, you know what we can do? I just heard about a really good con. So people buy houses, right?
And they get them inspected.
Yeah, people buy houses. And then supposedly you need these houses inspected? I don't understand it. And people actually hire people to come inspect their goddamn houses when you can just do it out for free. It's the best scam ever. Even the banks are in on it.
You have to be licensed to do a home inspection.
In case anyone is curious as to how the DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis experience
Nobody cares.
is working out right now, Pelicans are getting killed by the Rockets, 91 to 117.
Holy shit.
And there's 4 minutes left.
Well, I mean, this is not a basketball podcast.
Of course not.
But what is DeMarcus Cousins playing center and Anthony Davis power forward?
Yes.
I guess they got to learn how to share the ball. But that's cool, though. You could have DeMarcus Cousins down low and Anthony Davis do his stupid
That is the plan.
play at the top like you like to.
DeMarcus Cousins has 25 points, 12 rebounds. Anthony Davis has 29 points and 9 rebounds, but they're still losing by like a lot.
So it's everybody else that's not doing anything.
No, well, I mean, when you got
they probably
Cousins has taken 18 shots so far. Davis has taken 19 shots. There's just not enough shots to go around.
How do you think we did? Because me and Tony.
Oh, now me,
Tony, and Rudy, we played at a basketball tournament this weekend.
It was charity.
It was a charity event.
Did you guys lose?
No.
I mean, no, because
we were all winners.
Because it was for charity. There were no losers.
Yeah,
everybody wins.
We're all there. A loser. We're all there to have fun. We're there to raise money, Junkyard.
Exactly.
So, did you meet Marlos Fernandez?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was actually going to talk about that. Marlos what?
Hernandez.
Marlos Hernandez. All right, I was wrong. Marlos Hernandez is a really nice guy.
Is he? Okay, so here, can you give me the breakdown of Marlos? I'm sure Pancho would be. Well, Pancho was. Did you guys meet Pancho?
I don't know if he was there.
Was Pancho there?
Not that I know of. Nobody really stood up. Well, there was this one guy who kept on saying, "Hey, man, you look familiar." I'm like, "Oh, yeah?" He's like, "Did you grow up in Cicero?" I was like, "No." He's like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." Then he asked me like an hour later, like if I was going to change my mind. He's like, "All right, man, I'm going to ask you again."
I want to ask you one more time.
Maybe that was Pancho.
That's a possibility.
Did you know who that was, Tony?
I don't know.
He didn't see.
I didn't see who that was.
But he was like, "I'm going to give you one more, ask you one more time, man. Like I'm going to change my answer." Like, yeah, you know what? I did grow up in Cicero.
It turns out I did.
That might be Pancho fucking with you.
That's a possibility. It might be him. And then I was like, "No, man, I didn't grow up in there. I grew up like downtown in the city." And
you didn't grow up downtown.
Okay, I grew up not too far away from downtown, like a mile away.
Ipso facto.
It wasn't a mile away.
Ipso facto.
2 miles away.
It was more than 2 miles.
3 miles
more
away.
than
No, it is 3 miles.
No, it's
because
not.
I used.
I'm gonna look it up right now. It's further than that.
Do you want my old address?
I know like the area you lived in. I'm just gonna like.
All right. So, anyways, we get there. We get to this charity event, and Marlos Hernandez is running it. And I see him because, I seen his Facebook, his pictures. He kind of looks like Count Chocula, so that's how I know. That's how I noticed it was him. And he was talking to Rudy, and they were making conversations, but he didn't say anything to me. I don't want to say anything to him. This was a charity event. I didn't want to make it weird. But 3
miles away.
Yeah, I was
you're
right.
Yeah, you're right. I apologize, Mom. You're right.
You should apologize. I used to run from my house down to downtown and run back. That's when I was in really good shape. But anyways, I finally met Marlos, and we had great conversations.
What'd you talk about?
Well, mainly to talk about the program that him, Tony, and Rudy did, the after school program.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, he was cool. They were reminiscing about.
You didn't bring up Trump.
He seemed like a regular guy. I'm not saying that he's not a regular guy, but nothing got political. I mean, there was a few jokes in there and then.
Did he know who you were?
Yeah, who I was. Yeah, I told him who I was, and but it was like no political jokes. He was
because he's a keyboard warrior.
But everybody is. Yeah. When everybody gets on the internet, they have some. Even though you're on Facebook, you have like anonymity, and you can kind of say they're like, "Oh, I'm never going to meet this person."
You know what? I couldn't have gone because I was busy, but I should have gone and been like, "Hey, man, you see that girl, man? I bet you'd be so fun to rape the fuck out of her." And that way he'd be like, "Oh, man," and be like, "Yeah, man." And you know what? Hillary Clinton is the best, and just that way he could that way I will fit his stereotype that he put me in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, as a rapist? You know what you should have
what?
You should have been like basketball, huh? You know who I really look up to is Jerry Sandusky.
He was a football coach.
Oh. I thought he was a basketball coach.
No, you're thinking of that other guy. There was Bernie something. He was the one that molested the ball boys.
Oh, you're right. Oh fuck, you're right. Your brother even had that as his fantasy basketball name.
Yeah, it was Bernie's Ball Boys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that would have worked. But
Yep. Or no, Bernie Fine, right? Bernie Fine.
Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie Fine from Syracuse University.
Yeah, supposedly he allegedly diddled the ball boys.
Oh man.
Yeah, you could have went with that. And shown
no, it had to be women because his whole thing was that liberals talk about. What was he saying? Liberals talk about
Trump grabbing
pussies.
But we condone stuff we condone Bill Clinton and his sexual acts.
No. But he was talking about me because I said about Tommy Lahren. About is that what I asked the question? Is that what she sounds like at night? And he said that I condone raping women.
You condone illicit sex acts,
right? So which I do not. Let me get that clear. I do not condone raping women or any type of, inappropriate acts against women.
What about felching?
I do not agree with felching.
Is that what it is? Yeah, he seemed like a normal, nice guy. There was no political talk. He was actually the one that was running the fundraiser. So
yeah, he did help set it all up.
So who won?
I don't know.
Clearly.
Who won? Oh, okay. Yeah, we won.
You didn't win.
Yeah, we did.
No, especially if Rudy was on your team, you definitely didn't win.
We went the distance.
Or
That's all that
By the
matters.
distance, you mean
Rudy was just out of shape. Like his skill set hasn't changed, but he's just like
Very out of shape.
he was just very out of shape. Like he was winded like really quick.
But to be fair, he was guarding like the best people.
That's true. Yeah, he was.
So he had to go. He had to compete against athletes.
Yeah.
Was my friend there?
You have a friend?
Yeah, when he started hanging out with Tony's friend,
I don't know what friend that is.
tall white guy, balding,
There's a lot of tall white guys there.
balding.
Yeah.
You saw him. You saw him play. I brought him to play with that one time
No, he wasn't there. Why would he be there?
because he talks to your boy.
Yeah,
They play basketball every Saturday now.
Damn, how does it make you feel? That could be you.
Yeah, it could be me, but it's not. It's because he's better. But I mean, I can't
it's
blame
true.
him. He's
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah,
he's better than all three of us.
Can't be mad at that. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
he's really good.
That's not true.
Oh yeah, that's very
Not
true.
better than me.
Anyway, all right, guys, let's go. Let's get to our gripe, shall we?
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Tony, go.
I don't have a gripe.
You have to have a gripe.
In lieu of a gripe, I have a great story.
All right, go.
All right. So I saw this on Reddit today. I thought it was pretty awesome. This one guy put a $300 bounty.
How about you turn that into a gripe?
Okay.
Somehow.
All right, this is my gripe.
Say how much it upsets you.
This really upset me. So, this guy went on Reddit and he posted, I'm putting a $300 bounty on Portillo's lemon cake. For those that don't know, Portillo's is a
It's a Chicago brand.
very popular
I love Portillo's, by the way.
Chicago.
I think they're really good.
Like they have hot dogs, burgers.
Their burgers are fucking
beef.
fantastic. Their beefs are really good. Their hot dogs are, they're decent.
I like the
Polars.
I like the crunchiness of their hot
Their
dog.
fucking chocolate cake is amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
Portillo's.
chocolate. Their chocolate cake is very beloved.
Yeah,
It is really
Portillo's
good.
all around is just a great establishment.
It's very good. It's
Basically,
really good.
if you want to see what people from Chicago eat, it's just meat.
Yeah. So Portillo's is great. Service is usually every time I go, it's really
perfect.
good.
It's always. Yeah, I've never had bad service at Portillo's.
Are you sure?
They never fuck
I'm
up.
positive.
They have yet to fuck up my order.
They've
once.
never fucked up my
Depends
order.
on which
either.
one you go to. The one downtown, they're a little.
Oh, I've never been to the
okay.
downtown one.
They're not.
I've only been to the Downers Grove one. The one.
Well, anyway, so
But side note, I would be kind of upset too if I had to wear those fucking ridiculous hats. Those big ass hats.
Their fucking uniform is atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck. I don't
So
have to wear
anyway, so they're like their chocolate cake is one of their staples. It's very, very popular. I guess
fantastic.
at one point I didn't even know this. They had lemon cake. So
is it equally as delicious?
well, this is the post. Okay, so here's the thing. For over a decade, every Portillo's had lemon cake. Then only a few had it. Then it disappeared completely about 5 years ago. At first, employees kept saying that it would be back soon. And then they went on to say it would be a seasonal item. And finally, they just said it's just gone forever. Their final excuse they settled on was that there was an issue with the chemical stability of the lemon frosting.
What the fuck?
This, of course, makes no sense to me, as they had been around for a decade. Possibly the lemon cake maker crossed Dick Portillo, I guess he's the owner,
He is the owner.
and is sleeping with the fish sandwiches. I have no idea, but that makes more sense than their current excuse. I've been searching for a substitute ever since. I've gone through dozens of cake frosting recipes. Had someone ask Dick Portillo about the lemon cake at one of his grand openings and had no success. So on to the money. I want to eat another Portillo's lemon cake. If you can find me the exact recipe with instructions or find me a piece that makes an exact copy, I will pay you $300. Find me a
shit.
place that makes it. Okay, no. If you can find out what actually happened to the lemon cake in the first place, I will throw in an extra $30.
God damn.
But that is a bonus that will only be available if you find the cake. This is open to anyone, anywhere. I don't care if you're in the middle of Sahara. I will give you $300 if you find me this cake and the frosting.
Did anybody find it?
Well, someone replied. Someone named B. Bana. I can help.
I think it's pronounced banana.
B. Bana.
Okay, inauguration.
Eggnogery.
B. Bana. I can help. I work with the Portillo's team, and they heard your plea. Details below or DM me. From Portillo's corporate office in Oakbrook. Portillo's will make your dream come true. We sent this thread to the... And then they have some link. I guess he sent it to someone in corporate. We will make you a lemon cake and tell you how to make your own in the future. Your passion for this cake is quite inspiring. We just need to know which Portillo's is closest to you. No need for payment. But if you want to donate to one of our charity partners, we're happy to provide the details. Contact us at marketing.portillos.com and we'll make it happen. The reason we stopped making the lemon cake is that the frosting would cause the cake layers to slide over time. So the cake didn't hold up very well throughout the day.
That actually makes sense. I mean, with the chemical properties.
We bake our cakes fresh every morning in each restaurant. By the end of the day, the structure of the lemon cake was compromised.
That actually makes sense.
So that's why they stopped making the lemon cake.
So though the chocolate cake is made fresh, it's not like...
Yeah, I guess they bake it every day.
They make it every day. But I guess the chocolate frosting, like, it holds together better than lemon frosting.
Because it's different than lemon frosting.
Black don't crack.
Yeah. No, it don't.
So what's your gripe?
So my gripe is, why did nobody tell me Portillo's had lemon cake ever?
When did they take it away? Did it say?
About 5 years ago.
Shit.
So there's like a huge thread on this now. And apparently, like, this guy, whenever they're going to give him, they're going to, like, the Portillo's that's closest to him is going to make him a cake. And they're going to give him the recipe.
God damn.
So when they give him the recipe, he says he's going to post it. So stay tuned. Because I am now very intrigued by this lemon.
Are you upset that he hasn't posted it yet? And they haven't given
I'm
it to
upset
him
that it's not posted yet. And I'm upset that I didn't think about this because I want free cake.
There's a link to this thing, right, though? It's... Right to get to the ingredients, it's called Lemon Party.
Don't Google
Lemon Party.
Don't Google Lemon Party.
Specifically pictures.
Especially don't Google Mr. Hands and Lemon Party together.
Why do you gotta ruin stuff?
Also, you should.
That's how I get people.
Google Harlequin Baby.
No, don't go to Google.
She's a great cosplayer.
No, she's not.
Why do you gotta ruin that?
It's Harlequin Baby is one of the most terrifying things.
Wouldn't have been funny if there was somebody who's like, "Oh, I want to see the recipe. Lemonparty.com. Oh, there's 3 old guys sucking each other's dicks."
Anyway,
although I did get one of our friends really good with meat spin.
Oh, I got that one too.
That was like one of the best threads I've ever been a part of. Like we're in this group chat, and one of our friends is like, "Hey, there's this girl that like we were talking, and I kind of got a vibe from her. I should ask for a number, right? That means she likes me." And I'm like, yeah, you should go for it. They're like, yeah, but I don't know what to tell her. I'm like, just make up a story. Just put a good spin on it. And then Mama's like, put a meat spin on it. And then he comments, he writes back on the thread like, oh, what's meat spin? And then Mama's like, oh, look it up. And then it's paused, and like 10 minutes later, he replies, I should have known better. If you're not sure what that is, Google meat spin.
Don't Google meat spin.
Meat spin is funny though. It's not terrible.
Especially the one with the sound.
Meat spin isn't as good as, or isn't as bad as Mr.
You're
Hands.
not gonna throw up.
No, like Mr. Hands.
So you start out with meat spin, then you move on to Lemon Party.
I'd say Lemon Party.
Then you move on to Harlequin Baby.
And then you move on to Felching.
Then the piece de resistance is Mr. Hands.
Hey, there's other ones. You could go to Blue Waffle.
Oh, Blue Waffle's a good one to throw in the mix.
Goat's Eye.
I think Blue Waffle's like a wild card. Like, you can throw that in anywhere.
Yeah.
But
I think you should start it all with two girls, 1 cup.
But we just gave you the order of progression. But see, everybody knows that one though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that way, because they know it, they'll feel more comfortable. Like if they start with that, and they'll just kind of like.
Okay, so you can revisit. That's if you're like, if you want to kind of test the waters a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just gave you the line of progression to what you should watch.
You know what was the most important and the most uncomfortable part of watching Two Girls, One Cup? It was me and my girlfriend at the time, and then her cousin with her boyfriend. And her cousin's boyfriend was like, "Hey, well, let's watch Two Girls, One Cup."
Her cousin boyfriend?
Her cousin's boyfriend.
Oh, I'd say her cousin.
Yeah, it's not you.
And then he puts it on, and then all of a sudden, I mean, if you haven't heard it right now, this girl shits into this other girl's mouth, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" So I look away, and then he's looking away too, and we kind of like locked eyes for a bit, and that was the most uncomfortable part of that.
Ooh, were you moist when that happened?
No, I was like, ugh. Like I just saw somebody shit in somebody's mouth, and now this guy's looking at me in the eye.
All right.
What's your gripe, Junkyard?
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Or should I do mine?
Do yours.
It's not really a gripe. It's just something I came up with.
All right, go ahead.
The amount of people that think that the world is flat.
Okay.
It should be L of the week, but over the weekend, a basketball player, point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving. But he went on his teammate's podcast and
who's
Richard Jefferson?
Oh God, yeah.
And told everybody that
he thinks. Why is it mostly celebrities that think the world is flat?
I have no fucking
Because
idea.
they're stupid.
It's Kyrie
Obviously,
Irving.
they didn't go to school to learn.
That rapper B.O.B. Tila Tequila, but Tila Tequila, there's something wrong with her.
She's like a C-list celebrity.
Yeah, these people, like, why? What is
Tila's been choked so many times. That's why.
What would be the point of the government or just people in general lying to us and saying that the world is round? Like, nobody gains anything from that.
No, nobody does.
It's a conspiracy.
And it's because I stand on top of the mountain and I see that the world is.
Where's the
flat.
curve? Where's the curve?
It's like, bitch, you're not high enough. You could see it from like the international space station that it's fucking round.
I was at work, and one of my coworkers, I guess we were just talking about conspiracy theories, just like in general. We're talking about, and then we talked about how Bush did 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh, because there was a meme. Remember that meme that I posted about how jet fuel melts steel beams, but somehow they found a passport.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, that was actually our friend All Star that posted.
Yes,
it, and you just took it from him.
Well, yeah, I did. I stole it and I reposted it, and I got a lot of likes.
Shout out to All Star. All Star, I know he's listening to this. All Star loves this podcast.
Thank you for the post. I ganked it.
And not only that, thank you for also All Star supplied us with the Korean snacks.
And spoiler alert or preview, he says he's gonna supply us with some MREs.
So for real?
So we could try out and test it. Yeah.
Oh shit!
And review them.
God damn.
For those that don't know. MREs are meals ready to eat.
Okay, so
those are the ones that are like full of calories.
It's like it comes in a bag. You add water. It's like a meal.
No, sometimes you just open it up and it like warms up.
Some you add
own.
water. Yeah.
Okay, so I spoke to All Star after that, and I asked him if he wanted anything. He's like, "No, bro, we got everything here. We got shops so you can buy everything or whatever." I'm like, "Dude, are you sure?"
Where's he at right now?
In South Korea.
Oh, yeah, they have everything there.
And he's like, "I'm like, dude, you sure you want some jerky? Because Momba wants to send you some jerky.
wants to send you some beef jerky."
But he didn't want any of it. So,
if you change your mind,
let us know. We will fucking send you whatever you need. I mean, not whatever, but within reason.
You need drugs.
No,
I'm pretty sure their drugs are better than ours.
Yeah.
In South
North Korea's right there. Come on.
Yeah.
They don't have drugs in North Korea.
They
They
don't
don't even
have
have food. Where do you think they get drugs from?
Anyway, All Star. Shout out to All Star.
So yeah, shout out to All Star. So anyway, I reposted that passport, and then we're talking about it, and my coworker, she's like, "Oh, like my husband, like you get along with him because he believes like the conspiracy theories and everything." And then we started joking. Is like one of my friends like, "Let me guess, does he believe like that about? Does he believe in chemtrails?" He's like, "Yes." He thinks that
who was this again?
One of my coworkers, her husband.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess her husband also believes that we're in a giant dome.
What the fuck?
And like all those airplanes are flying by are like leaving chemtrails, like.
No.
And
those are regular. Those are just contrails.
And he also believes what I believe, which is true, that Bush did 9/11. It wasn't terrorists.
Okay.
And le piece de resistance. He believes the Earth is flat.
Oh my god.
And I couldn't believe. I'm like, there's no way. He's got to be trolling you. Like he's got to be fucking with you. There's no way he like honestly believes. Like no, he does. So she called him and she asked him like, "Hey, is the Earth round or flat?" And he's like, "It's flat." Like he was serious.
Why? But why?
We were too busy laughing. We were just.
Oh my god.
And then my friend.
Does she listen to this?
No, she doesn't listen.
Okay.
So then my friend is like, "Oh, you know what? Like, let me guess. Does he listen to that one show, InfoWars?
With Alex Jones.
Alex Jones." And then she's like, "Hold on, let me call him." She called him. He's like, "Hey, do you know who Alex Jones is?" He's like, "Yeah." He said the guy from InfoWars. Like, oh. So he is like full on.
Well, we know who Alex Jones is, but not because we listen to him.
Yeah, he listens to Alex Jones. He believes the Earth is flat.
Guys, do not listen to Alex Jones. If you do, it will rot your brain.
Does her probably the worst conspiracy theory though? Ask him if next time you ask him if he thinks Sandy Hook was a false flag.
Oh yeah,
because that's like one of the big ones. Like Alex Jones believes that Sandy Hook was.
Yeah, and you heard that in the Crowder episode of Joe Rogan. All right. Hold on. Let me a little side note here.
That should be a
By the way, Sandy Hook, it did happen.
Yeah. Side note.
I think that's just I don't want to compare, but that's really bad. That's along the lines of those people that are like the Holocaust deniers.
Yeah, it is.
That's fucking terrible.
So anyway, Jones is a Holocaust denier too. Didn't he say that?
I don't remember that.
I thought he said that. Well, anyway, side note, Steven Crowder, he may be right wing and very conservative, but that motherfucker.
No, is that the comedian?
No. Well, he's a comedian / like YouTube guy. He's the one that talked about
the liberal redneck.
No. That's Trey Crowder.
The obese lady who thought
she was hot. The obese lady that thought she was hot.
The lady that was very brave.
Brave.
Amy Schumer? And he also brings out Lena Dunham a lot. Like he did the Lena Dunham rape thing.
I like this guy.
Well, anyway, he's very right wing. He is a conservative, but that guy actually, I think, out of all the conservative guys, like the famous
he's really smart.
He's really smart, and he's actually not bad. Like I actually enjoy listening to him.
What about Tommy Lahren?
I do not enjoy. God. I saw Tommy. I was watching Bill Maher the other day.
She's a banshee.
She is so stupid. She was like, on Bill Maher, she was dumb as fuck. Okay. Oh, here's another thing. Another side note. Milo, Yannopoulos.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. I saw that.
I thought this was going to be a quick podcast.
It's going to be quick.
What are we at?
An hour and 30.
Damn.
Well, anyway, Milo
Yannopoulos, for those that don't know, is just he's a conservative mouthpiece.
He's more of a troll.
He's a very big troll.
He's the editor for he was the editor for Breitbart, which is pretty much like the manifesto for the alt-right. And so all he does is go on and just start spewing all his bullshit.
But okay, hold on. Now this is my take on it. Like, okay, the pedophilia thing, I mean, I don't know. I listened to it and I heard it. It sounded like trolling to me, but it could have not been. Yeah. I don't condone any obviously pedophilia.
Of course not.
Aside from let's just forget he said anything about
who says who says I'm not a rapist a lot is rapist. And you said that.
A lot of rapists say they're not rapists.
You said that numerous times in this episode.
Like you said it an uncomfortable amount of times.
No, anyway.
Like only the guilty.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Only the guilty feel the need to explain themselves.
I'm not explaining myself.
You are. You're like, I am not. I do not condone. You're really.
Think whatever you want to think. I don't give a fuck.
Good, I will. Yeah, that's another thing rapists say. Oh, think whatever you think. Like, yeah, you rape me. Oh, you think whatever you want. Like, okay. Continue.
Anyway, let's just forget about the whole pedophilia thing. Milo, I feel like, you know what? He's not that bad. Like, yeah, he says some crazy ass shit, but I feel like he does it on purpose. Like, I don't think I find him entertaining.
He does it on purpose. He does it so he can get
views and likes and like all this shit. But I find him entertaining, and I don't think he's that. I think there's worse.
He is. He's a fucking douchebag.
Like okay, for example, Tommy. I feel like Tommy.
She just yells at the camera.
She yelled, and I feel like she actually like I feel like Milo is not as bad as Tommy. Like Milo might say worse things than Tommy does, but that's to get a rise out of people. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he's the guy. He's like the class clown that just starts saying shit just to like see what other people say. Where Tommy actually believes the shit.
No,
that's
true.
Saying.
That's true because what was it? When he was it Bill Maher?
He might have been on Bill Maher.
When he was talking to that intelligence, the counterintelligence guy.
Oh yeah.
And he was completely like telling that he's an idiot, and the guy's like, "You're fucking stupid. Like I could tell you right now, you are wrong. Like this is my field. Right. This is what I've worked with. Like I could tell you, you're fucking wrong."
That wasn't Bill Maher.
Who was that?
That was Bill Maher.
Oh, it was Bill Maher. Okay.
Should I watch that episode?
Oh, it's really good.
It was really good.
I'll play it for you later.
Right.
But anyway,
after Mr. Hands.
Yes. Anyway,
yes.
But I just feel like yeah, he's a troll, and he says a lot of stupid shit and whatever. I don't know, man. I still don't hate him as much as
Tommy.
Not Tommy, but as much as like the rest of the left wing people do.
Right wing?
Left wing. No, left wing.
Okay.
Because everybody's up in arms. They did that whole UC Berkeley. Like, come on, guys. Like, let's back up. Like,
Yeah, like that was stupid. Like all the riots and shit.
Yeah, let's not get that crazy. Like, he's not that. I mean, he says a lot of crazy shit and a lot of stupid shit.
Or they call it.
But words, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
You ever been hit with the dictionary? That shit hurts.
Well, those are physical words. Those aren't like spoken words.
Or when like people call him a homophobe.
Yeah,
and
he's gay.
Yeah,
and he's racist, but all he fucks are black men.
His boyfriend's black.
His boyfriend's black.
Well, he does it out of hate.
And not only that, but people say he's he hates the Jews, but he's Jewish. It's like all these like everything they say he's not. But the thing is, like, I get he's a troll and I get he says stupid shit, but he's not that.
I hate him because I think Breitbart is like.
Well, no, get me wrong. Breitbart's a shitty fucking news source or whatever you want to call it. But he himself, I feel like he's doing it for attention, and he's not as bad as everybody makes it seem. And I don't know. I feel like he gets a bad rep by his own admission. Like he'll even say, he even said he does it to fuck with people. But I don't know. I think we just need to lay off and like not get triggered so quickly just because of fucking Milo. Like chill the
he's
fuck
a fucking
out.
clown. I don't give
Right. He's a clown. Let him be a clown and just laugh at it.
I was
That's what I do.
I was thoroughly pleased when he resigned. And his book deal got canceled or some shit.
Right.
But, which is weird because if you ever like follow him, like out of all the crazy shit that he said, like just the innuendo that people kind of like, because I listened to it too, like about the whole pedophile thing, and I guess he made a joke about pedophilia, but he was actually a victim. Like he was actually like talking about how he was molested or he was when he was younger.
He doesn't consider himself being molested. He said,
yes, exactly. So, and the thing is, like,
well, because he said his whole thing was it was consensual, even though he was very young and
like 13. 14.
He was 13.
He doesn't consider the guy a predator. He thinks that
because he accepted it and he liked it and he wanted it.
Yeah,
basically.
And to be fair, I mean that's his experience,
right? But okay, I mean, right. To be fair, like I said, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not condoning it, but let's flip this around a little bit. Let's turn this into being if you're a 13-year-old boy and a hot teacher comes up to you and wants to fuck you, are you gonna do it?
I mean, I don't see
no.
why.
Or an older woman.
Yeah, I don't see.
So okay. So why is it? Like I said, I'm not condoning it, but why is it okay for a hot older woman to do it while you're 13 but not a guy?
It's just a double standard.
Exactly.
I mean, it's shitty, but that's just how it is.
And like I said, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying because some 13-year-olds don't know. Obviously, don't know. Obviously, he could have really been a predator. Women could be predators.
Yeah.
But
they get like super lenient sentence. Like
right.
even if they do get convicted, they're like nothing compared to what a guy would get if a guy like was with a, like,
and it goes both ways. Even if a guy went with a girl.
Yeah. And what was it? Wasn't there's one teacher that slept with like I think a 15-year-old student, and the parents were okay with it.
Yeah.
Like the parents actually took him to her house.
She got pregnant.
Yeah. And the parents were like, "Oh yeah, we're cool with it."
Right, exactly, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, when it's a woman doing it to a kid, to a boy, it's okay. But if it's a a male teacher doing it to a young girl, that's wrong. Now, if it's a male doing it to a young boy, that's also wrong. You see what I'm saying? You see, like, exactly. It's a double standard. I mean, I think it's
wrong.
It's wrong either way
across the spectrum,
right? Whether it's a man or a girl,
but the way it's viewed and the way
society takes it, they take it lighter if it's always a female, as opposed to a male, as the predator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
so I don't know that whole thing was kind of weird. I don't know. I didn't shed a tear. I really don't care for him. So
I personally didn't try to. I didn't care for it either. Like he quit. Whatever. Fuck. Like the motherfucker's still gonna. You swear that he's not gonna make tons of money.
Yeah.
He's still a mouthpiece. He's still popular. People love. Like people on the alt right love him. Like this isn't hurting him in any way.
He's making media appearances everywhere.
Right.
Oh, did we talk about that joke that Momba made? That was like one of the funniest things I've read. We're on Facebook. I don't know if we talked about this. If we did, I'm sorry. And we were having like one of those crazy discussions with Marlos,
Fernando.
and then about conservatives and the left and the right, and then what was it? Someone was like, oh, like how would was it my brother that somebody posted something? He's like, man, like how would the
right feel?
How do conservatives feel that, or how do conservatives that are born left-handed? How do you think they feel? And then Mama's like, "Oh, I guess they feel alt-right, I guess." That shit was hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Hilarious.
I should have just deleted my account after
that. That, you should have.
What happened? What did he say after that?
He didn't respond.
But I was thoroughly rolling.
He doesn't respond to this.
I was throwing full-on rafflecopters.
I should have asked him when I saw him at that fundraiser. I was like, "Did you at least like chuckle to yourself when you saw that?"
He probably knows who Pancho is. You should ask him who Pancho was. At least find the identity of Pancho Villa.
How would he know who Pancho was?
Because him and Pancho were having these like back and forth. Like I felt like he knew. Who
you know
Pancho
what?
was.
You know what? There was one thing that kind of stuck out. It may be nothing, but one thing I realized was that he started like they were arguing back and forth, and then all of a sudden like he just writes his post in Spanish.
You're right.
Like I understand like Pancho Villa, maybe he assumes, but how would he know that he speaks Spanish?
Right.
So
he said Panchito,
and then just wrote his post in Spanish.
Right.
I mean, Jonathan Gutierrez doesn't speak Spanish for shit.
No, he doesn't.
So You know,
why do you gotta
That's
put
what I'm saying. He might know who Pancho is.
slave name out there?
He might know who Pancho is.
He might, but he won't tell.
Yeah, you never know. He might tell because he doesn't know that.
Because Pancho is probably also all right, and they protect each other.
No, it's because it's like split.
That's what I'm saying. That was my theory.
Pancho is
Marlos, but nobody fucking believes me.
I don't know, man. You may be right. He's over there talking to himself. I mean, Marlos can type pretty fast, so I wouldn't put it past him. Just log out, log back in.
He freaks out, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm Pancho now. Oh, I'm Marlos now. Oh, I'm Pancho again." And you just talk shit to each other all day.
I was thinking about how does Marlos find all the time to like argue with people on the internet?
The same way Pancho finds all the time in the email.
It's the same person.
Well, that's the same person. He has his own business. He stays at home. Like, no wonder.
Does he really? Marlos has his own business?
Like, no wonder why you could fight with people.
Can I ask what he does?
I don't know.
Or are you not allowed to say that?
I'm not gonna say what he does.
Well, no, you don't have to.
I'll give you the industry. He works for a non-for-profit.
Oh,
I think. See, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he may be a great guy, but his worldviews are pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it, my personal opinion. I like how you stay quiet on it. Anyway, all right, let me get to my gripe.
Yeah.
Hell no,
that wasn't your gripe?
No, that was my gripe. We drifted.
I think that was your gripe.
My gripe is my gripe is on myself. I have a gripe on my own. I do some stupid shit sometimes.
Like hiring that inspector.
No, not hiring. The inspector was smart. Fuck, dude. So yesterday here, I was leaving work. I have to park in a parking lot at my second job, and I felt really embarrassed because I don't know what I was thinking. So it's an indoor parking lot. You have to press the button to get the ticket, but I only paid $2 to park there, and they give me like a validation pass.
So you still pay even though you work there?
Yeah, well, because it's not technically the parking lot isn't owned by the people who I work for.
That's not bad. $2.
That's still some bullshit.
It is. You can park on the street, but it's at your own risk.
Yeah, you're right. Continue.
So I'd rather pay the $2 and be safe.
Okay.
Anyway, I get like a validation pass. I put it in the machine and it takes it. Anyway, as I was leaving, I went to go pull my pass out and the actual ticket, the one that tells you, when you came in, and I'm like, where the fuck is it? It wasn't in my pocket. It's always in my pocket. I realized, fuck, it probably fell out when I pulled my ID out because I put my ID in my pocket and I pulled it out, and I figured it probably just fell out. And I'm like, fuck, I don't have it. So I realized this as I'm pulling up to the gate where you have to put it in, and I'm like, fuck. I panicked, and I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, let me look for it. Maybe it fell out of my right here. Let me look, but there's cars behind me.
Yeah, there's like a line. You can't.
There's a line behind me. No, that's what I thought. I'm like, let me just back up and let me pull to the side. Maybe I can look for it while. So I back up and then I try pulling aside, but there's like a cone, so I can't really pull aside. And I'm like, fuck, I can't really get far of this. And the car behind me is like right behind me. Now the cars are lining up behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. So I reverse. And I had to do another 3-point turn. I made a whole movement just to get back to the place where I was in line. I'm like, God damn it. And I felt really, really shitty and really embarrassed. And I pull up to the fucking to the gate, and I'm like, I pressed a button to talk to somebody because they usually have a button to somebody to help you, and it turned out to be security. And security's like, what do you want? And I'm like, oh no, I needed an attendant. And the attendant looked at me, and I'm signaling her, and she walks up to me finally after 5 minutes. Well, it felt like 5 minutes. It was probably only a minute, but it felt like forever. It felt like an eternity of me just panicking and feeling really embarrassed. And luckily, I collect sometimes they'll give me the validation card, and they leave the gate open, so I get to keep them. So I have 5 or 6 of them, and I pulled one out of and I'm like, I forgot I lost my white card, which is the actual card that comes out of the machine. But I have my validation card, and I got the saying that I paid the $2. They give you a receipt, and look, I paid for it. Here, she's like, all right, here. She just didn't give a fuck. She's like, all right, here. She opened the gate for me and let me pass. But I just felt really, really embarrassed. And my gripe is,
so now
I do stupid the whole what made me embarrassed wasn't forgetting or losing the card, was trying to reverse and do this whole maneuver.
You panicked,
which I panicked, and I didn't know what to do, and I just trying to get out of the way of these other cars, and then that's what made me feel embarrassed. And my gripe is on myself, just panicking and over something so stupid. I could have just pulled up, pressed the button. Not to security because there's 2 buttons, and I realized that after I pressed the security button, I could have pressed the other button to the attendant, or at least flagged her down like I did, and gotten this resolved, and it didn't take that long.
Is that actually how they responded? What do you want?
Yeah. Well, they're like, security, and I'm like...
Security.
And I'm like, oh, I need an attendant.
Hello.
But he didn't hear me. I was talking to him and he didn't hear me. He's like, security. And I'm like, yeah. I got the attention of the attendant. She's coming. Security. I was like, what the fuck, motherfucker? I told her, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm sorry. I pressed the button. I have the attendant's coming to take care of me. He's like, okay. And he hung up on me.
So now you can do that every time. You'll be like, oh, like, shit, I forgot but look, here's my validation, here's all of my receipts, and like, okay, whatever, go. So I can do that every time.
But usually,
free parking forever.
This is one of the few times they usually have people standing at the gate in case this happens. But this time they didn't. And the one time I fucking lose my shit.
They weren't there.
They weren't there. So yeah, that's my gripe. My gripe is with myself for being a panicky little bitch.
My gripe is also with you.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
For allowing yourself to get got.
Whatever. All right, guys.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com.
No. Too many questions.
We have to do
There's
the
too many questions.
The appropriate question is when.
The quicker you answer it, the quicker we end.
Me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
If they take the time,
frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Send in the question. We should at least take the time to answer it.
Right.
It's only the right thing to do.
Dear Tony and Momba, I have recently started disclosing to close friends and family that I am asexual. For those who don't know, someone who experiences no sexual attraction to any person. That's what asexual is. Mm-hmm. For the most part, they have been supportive. But my mother and one of my friends are having trouble accepting it. I have told them I do not want children, and I am repulsed by the thought of sexual intercourse. But my mother asks if I don't have children, I won't be as welcome. She even suggested that I could marry a gay man so sex wouldn't be an issue.
What?
What do you think gay men do all day?
And my friend...
To high five each other?
And my friend continues to pressure me into dating, saying I just haven't met the right one yet. Tony and Momba, I have no clue how to maintain contact with them, as they seem unwilling to let my sexual identity be my business.
All right, so here's what you do. You lie. Whenever you go to your family, talk about how, oh yeah, I just fucked this bitch, and like talk about like these.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
But it's a chick.
Huh?
It's a chick.
Oh, okay.
Either still.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
She's asexual.
But whatever. You're like, oh, I just fucked this dude.
Yeah. No, you can say chick too. I mean,
yeah.
Like, oh,
she put on a strap on and just let me have it.
I'm hitting every end of the spectrum now.
Why don't you just pretend to be lesbian? But like, I fucked this chick and this dude.
Yeah. She just pretend to be lesbian.
Or bisexual.
No, just lesbian.
No, bisexual.
Well, she could do that because if they obviously don't have a problem with her just not being attracted to anyone because they want kids. And they're okay with her marrying a gay man or being with a gay man so she wouldn't have sex with him.
But just have kids.
You could do that with like a lesbian. You
have to adopt.
Probably a gay man would be better. They dress a lot cooler and they can like do your makeup and shit.
That's why these two, they're upset by the lack of intercourse you're having. So you should turn it up a notch and then just tell them about all the intercourse you're having. Until they get sick of it. They're like, okay.
Fuck. Stop talking about how you get dick down.
Yeah, can you go back to not having sex?
Yeah. So every time you see your family, say you go to a family, like say it's Thanksgiving, you're sitting at the table, come that turkey, and you'd be like, oh, hey, mom and dad, how you doing? How's retirement? How's your Metamucil going? The other day, like, I just took this big-ass dick. And it was just like huge,
like Mr. Hands?
Throbbing.
Yeah.
It was like veiny and pulsing in my hand. And I took it in the ass and just go into the gritty details. And they'll be like, "Oh shit, no, we don't want to hear about that." They will never ask you again.
Like mashed potatoes, more like mash my puss. Right?
And then you put your finger in the macaroni and then you kind of move it around. Like that's what it sounded like.
Yeah. You guys are idiots.
Trust me, they will not bother you ever again.
They should be happy you're asexual. You get so much done. You don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You don't worry about trying.
You probably have no STDs.
Yeah, definitely don't. Unless you sat on the wrong toilet.
Then you might.
How would you feel if she was super fucking hot, like that? One of the hottest girls you've ever seen, but she's asexual and she doesn't want to fuck you at all ever. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter because
nobody wants to fuck me anyway.
I mean, you're right. That was a stupid question. My bad.
That's a very stupid question. But I do appreciate that you, for 1 second, thought that
somebody wanted to.
Somebody would want to fuck me.
Like it was an option to you.
Like it's an option. Like, yeah, how do you feel about like if that were you and like nobody wanted to, like, oh yeah, never mind, you're right.
Well,
Nobody
Momba's
wants to.
girlfriend wants to fuck him. I don't know why, but she does.
We're going to Vegas next week.
Ooh, you can get your fuck on?
Yeah.
Are you guys staying this? Okay, hold on. Question. So you're going with her family, right?
Yeah.
So are you going to be able to stay in the same room?
We are staying in the same room.
Are you really? Her parents are cool with that?
She's an adult. She's going to be 28.
I understand that, but still.
They know. I mean,
my wife's parents are not cool with that when
Your
we're
wife's
married.
parents are Mexican.
True, but still.
His girlfriend's parents are white.
That's true. They have
White people have like totally
no
different.
morals.
They have totally different standards.
I mean, I guess her mom already knows. Like, I guess they talk about it.
They talk about you guys fucking?
They don't get into detail, but they know.
About you taking her down?
I'm sure she doesn't talk to her dad about it, but...
Do they know that you eat her butthole?
I'm glad she doesn't listen to this podcast anymore.
Oh, man.
She stopped listening to it. She's like, I just think I should probably stop listening.
So that's why the numbers dipped.
Yeah.
Like, get her back.
Like the other day, she cut my hair and she was blow drying my hair. And she was like, oh, just stand still. I don't want to blow it all over. And then her family was like, yeah, Megan. Or fuck. All right, whatever. She's like,
You've said her name before.
Fuchsia.
Yeah, Fuchsia.
They were like, yeah, Megan, don't blow him all over the place. They all started laughing.
That's
and I was
funny.
like, should I laugh?
Is this appropriate?
Yeah. So they're cool with it, though.
Anyway.
They're gonna,
like, it's on Facebook, facebook.com.
they're not going to chaperone us.
Instagram, SoundCloud,
Facebook.com/NKOTP1.
Deezer.
Follow us on Twitter at New Kids in the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids in the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Deezer, SoundCloud, anything you want, baby.
Oh, is that
and
a
if
whole...
we're not on there, let us know. We'll try to get on there as quickly as possible.
Is that a Reddit page dedicated to the city?
I don't know.
Is that a subreddit for Chicago?
Also, send us your questions or emails, anything you want. newkidsinthepod@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail. We haven't got a voicemail in a long time. Voicemail 774-40-NKOTP. Momba?
Shit, I can't think of one.
In a world
full of lemon cake recipes.
Look up
Lemon Party
all the way
is your best bet. Check that website out.
All right, guys.
Good night.
We will check you out next week, hopefully. Kissies.
This podcast is 2 hours long. We don't have to record another one.
Dickies.
Yeah, let the track ride, there we go. Look it up. Spin around, girl.